Lester Van Grace.
Oh God, is this the voice?
That was amazing.
Is
That was so good.
I don't know
Hi,
if that's the
internet.
I don't know if I can
actually
keep
give
that
me a
voice
second.
up.
I hope that's the voice.
3.5 hours. Just gotta
Yep, just gotta
dig deep.
Yep.
Let's go.
All right. Hi, internet. It's Decisions and Dragons, but not Decisions and Dragons. We're doing Bloodhunters.
Hooray!
But we're not doing the
Blood.
second episode of the first Bloodhunters. Yay for blood. We're doing another one shot with the Bloodhunters. This will predate the last time you met the Bloodhunters. And for my players, it will actually predate the first Bloodhunter session we did. If that makes any sense whatsoever. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, it's fine.
I'm down with a prequel, y'all.
Super prequel.
It's just like the Clone Wars. We're
Yeah.
just airing episodes out of order.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
Oh,
Oh, kitten.
here she comes.
So,
Oh, Lord, she coming.
I'll do a quick, brief run through of things we're using today. Brian, if you want to start it, give us your two things.
Yes, in fact, I will. We'll start off, first off, by saying hi, Internet. How are you? It's your boy, Brian. First off, I want to start off with our favorite map making tool, which is, or at least one of them, is Incarnate. Incarnate's really great because when I have this map up, you can't see my face at all, but it's a really good looking map. But yeah, if you want to get on there and you love making different fantasy maps, whether you're making your own world or trying to copy our current one, whatever, go on there. You can accidentally spend way too much time on there. It's awesome. Love Incarnate. And the next thing I want to talk about is Hero Forge. Now, Hero Forge is amazing. You can make your own little custom miniatures. As I always spiel, I always made myself into a little action figure and made a childhood life dream come true. And yeah, and for this particular session, I just used it to make a little token for this particular session. So Hero Forge is great, really user friendly, and like ultra customizable. And that's all I got for you.
Thanks.
Go on with your bad selves. What's up, back to you. Back to you, Sam.
Well, thank you. A couple other things we are using today. You will see, as usual, our virtual tabletop of choice is Foundry. You'll see some maps and tokens from 2 Minute Tabletop. Go check them out as well. Fantastic art and very, very comprehensive. Their token maker is top notch if you need something real quick.
They're
No,
constantly updating.
Constantly
Adding new
updating.
stuff.
He's adding new maps all the time. They do encounters, like they'll build like a whole little one shot for you and include all the maps that they reference and tokens. So it's pretty great if you need a last minute thing to run. I have many of those in my pocket. No music. So I think that's
Except
it.
Has all of the
Except for
singing.
Brian.
He's not here.
It's just that noise for 3 hours.
Brian, dramatic music.
Oh, stop!
God, Disney will sue us. God.
Do not bring the mouse after us.
But what if we formed an alliance with him? Then we could shake some tails around here. Sorry, I just wanted to shake Ember's tail.
Just want to shake the whole cat.
Hello.
No.
Whatever.
Just like the dance, it's fine.
She's like, I don't like to do anything, sir.
I won't lie to you. What she's looking for is SpaghettiOs. This cat loves SpaghettiOs. That's her weird thing. She likes SpaghettiOs.
Yeah, she is on the hunt. She's like, is it in the
Legit.
keyboard? I bet they're in the keyboard.
Yeah, I dump it in the keyboard. It's what makes it.
It's an
perform so
enrichment
well.
toy then.
Yeah.
I bet it makes your keyboard work like top notch.
Yeah.
Great.
Top notch.
All right, Bloodhunters. starting out.
Hey, that's us.
That's you. You have been dispatched to the south, I wouldn't say southern peninsula, but south of Singorn, for a new job that has been, for the trip, sometimes as you head south, you wonder if the trip is worth the gold. But you have been tasked with escorting a pair of siblings as they bring a rather sacred set of cargo to its burial place. Your trip south leads you past Singorn, past Orencleft, close to the Mire Scar. You find the siblings in a village not far off from the Mire Scar forest itself, or a Mire Scar portion of the Verdant Expanse. Where you meet the two siblings, the first being Rose Morningfall, a 26-year-old human of average height, blonde hair and blue eyes. Her tan skin, clearly paired with the calluses on her hands from working in the family farm. As she sits before you and explains the task that she reached out to your guild for. You can see her hands kind of clenching and crossing. She pulls at the very thin gold band around one finger. Otherwise, she's wearing no other jewelry. Her clothing very modest and very threadbare. You can even spot, even just passive perception, you can see patches and mended hems and other splits in the clothing that she wears, as well as what her brother wears. Her brother is an 18-year-old human as well, much taller than his sister despite the age difference. His blonde hair is a little bit darker, but he has his matching blue eyes. While his sister comes off nervous, his sister comes off nervous while she speaks to you. He seems to have that air that all teenagers do.
Fucking teenagers.
Of potential overreaction. Kind of indulging his sister a little bit. Not quite believing in what she is telling you. But she is open. She finds you in a quiet back corner of the only tavern in this village. And explains that the cargo is the coffin of their recently deceased mother. You are to escort them in their wagon and the casket through the bordering forests of the Mire Scar to a town 6 miles away. But there's a...
Say Myers Scar?
Yep, Mire Scar. But there is a small catch. This travel, although 6 miles on foot, is a lengthy journey for anyone, although for you all, that is nothing. You've walked more than that in a day to get to your destination. more than once. The trip will not be safe. And Rose explains that the Morningfall family, and she says it quietly, and her brother Oliver seems to scoff at this, that she has been told of a family curse. This old curse hinges on any body of a fallen Morningfall family member must be buried in the hollowed ground of the cemetery on the other side of the Mire Scar by the third sunset after their death, or they are cursed to rise as undead. She's heard of stories for as long as she can remember, as long as her mother could remember, and so on and so forth. That this curse originated with a deal gone wrong with a hag by the originating matriarch of the Morningfall family. Oliver indulges his sister during this conversation, but even you all, just as passive insights, even, don't really think that he believes what she's saying, despite the folklore of their family. However, she continues to be open, hiding nothing. Are there any questions you would like to ask her before we move to the next morning and you leaving?
How much time do we have?
There,
'Cause you said third sunset after her death.
tomorrow morning will be the second day. So tomorrow's sunset will be the third sunset.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's evening right now.
It's evening right now.
What do we know of the Mire Scar? What do we know of this area?
Go ahead and roll me a history check. Go ahead and make that with advantage.
That's good. Wow, don't go off the table. Okay. 24.
Fantastic. So the Mire Scar, Mire Scar that you know of, and it's a rather infamous portion of the Expanse, is this, and I'm just gonna read you Mercer's shit, because fuck it.
Does the number of days change?
Work smarter, not harder. There you go.
So the Mire Scar has existed within the Verdant Expanse since the forest's original growth. It is dark, dense area with twisted trees and gray moss. Sunlight can barely penetrate the thick canopy. Its corruption alters the animals who enter it, turning them into dire beasts or dark reflections of fey creatures, which is why you're able to roll with advantage. The cause of the corruptions are unknown, and those who have entered it either disappear or have lost their sanity. Now, the route that you are taking does not go straight through the Mire Scar, it skirts around it, but still gets close enough that it makes most locals scared. Most locals a bit skittish.
Does shit wander out from there?
There have been stories, and you all, while not having been dispatched to that area necessarily, have heard tales from other Bloodhunters too of caravans being lost or attacked. Word especially near like Kymel or Singorn definitely speak of things coming out of the forest.
Okay.
There is clearly while the explanations range from rumors of Lolth cursing the place during the calamity, or the remains of a titan seeping into the groundwater and influencing the flora and fauna around it. You definitely know that it is mostly Fae based. This may also be, theoretically, some Bloodhunters wonder if it's because of the closeness to Singorn
Mhm.
and Singorn's relationship with the Feywild, and their ability to jump back and forth that may have influenced this area or the area around the city over the course of the past however long the elves have been doing
Fucking elves.
it. Especially because the Verdant Expanse is elven territory, not just Singorian. But that's pretty much what you know. Rose does kind of confirm most of that in terms of like rumors. She is very open with explaining why you are here and why she needs you.
So can we sense that she's talking about her family curse and all that? And I know um can we sense, like, I guess, as a blood hunter, like whether this is like a blood type curse, or like can we detect anything just from their being, or is this like some sort of legend that we're kind of like, okay, but we're not, our magic's not telling us anything.
Roll me a roll me an insight check with advantage. Just roll it like that.
11.
Okay. You get the listening to Rose and also taking in Oliver's skepticism. They don't necessarily give off, like, you got your spidey senses aren't necessarily being set off to the point that like they normally do when you're around actual creatures of that you would normally hunt.
Mhm.
But from what you know of curses, it's possible that this family is cursed like based on their lineage, and it is a familial curse that they can't escape because of who they are in like bloodline.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you get from it. And
Gotcha.
you know, kind of backed up with the lore that you do know. It seems to kind of fall into place that way.
Well, if something, I will just say that I hope that it doesn't come down to having to dispatch someone's re-risen mother.
Um she nods and as you say this, she sets a hand on a book that had been on the table in front of her and taps the cover and says, "That's the second half of our journey." Is reinforcing that hollow spell.
Does it expire every?
She goes on to explain, as Samurai reads her notes, because it made sense when she wrote it 2 years ago.
You've been sitting on this one that long?
Yeah, I wrote it 2 years ago. The date on it is 2020.
Oh,
Damn, girl.
wow.
That's
I've run
3
it-
years ago.
it is 3 years ago. Holy fuck. I've run it once since then. Due to the she explains, and like she isn't quite, you can tell that she isn't quite sure of like the arcane specifics of it.
Mhm.
But she explains that because there will be a new grave for their mother.
Mm.
It has to be, while the grounds of the cemetery itself may be hollowed, there is a step in preventing this curse from taking place that needs to be re-upped, essentially.
So basically every time someone is.
Correct. Every time someone
Down.
is interred, that spell has to be redone again.
Yes, interred, that's the correct word. Not put down. We don't-
Put down. We
That is-
don't do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
you guys
interesting.
do that.
I mean, yes, but no. Apologies, that was probably rude.
But
And
yes,
set out early, I'm assuming.
correct.
First light.
She confirms first light. There's already their family wagon is already loaded.
Mhm. I don't drive wagons, okay.
Rose and Oliver do.
Oh, good.
She does state that as much as she would love to leave now, it will be safer in the daylight. Any other questions?
And just to recap, the cemetery is like 6 miles from here.
Yeah, correct.
How long will that trip take?
With the cart, it'll take up most of the day.
Okay.
So
Yeah, just
do
because
not-
I know we're going through the forest, and that path is going to be twisty and turny, no
Mhm.
doubt.
and viney and
Yeah.
rocky and
By
we
the,
don't know. We won't have a lot of time to spare, so we
and Rose confirms that she says to you all, I've made the trip once. And we left at about the same time, and we just were able to make it. It was just my mother and I. But hopefully we'll make some slightly better time tomorrow than that last trip. But I suggest you all get some sleep. She sets a small leather bag pouch down on the table, and gathers up her things. We'll meet you outside the tavern tomorrow morning, first light.
We'll be there.
First night, my favorite time of day.
Perfect.
Okay. The siblings leave. You all are given rooms. The pouch has 100 gold in it. You'll get the other 100 upon return back to town.
Okay.
all right.
Night passes with little issue. And you all wake up just before sunrise, we'll say. And meet the siblings outside of town. Or not outside of town, outside of the tavern. Anything you would like to do before you leave?
Coffee.
I would like to finish drinking,
Okay.
which I can only finish once I've begun.
Siblings pull up in a larger wagon with two what would you call them? Two larger horses, clearly meant for plowing fields.
Mm.
Inside the cart of this uncovered wagon is a very modest coffin, sealed shut. You see draped over it is this very intricate quilt that is kind of tucked underneath the box to make sure it doesn't go flying away. But it covers most of the box. However, with that tucking, you see the clear shape. It doesn't take up the whole wagon, so you are able to jump into the back and sit on the rails that seat on either side. As you enter the wagon, we'll do some character intros. Brian, why don't you go first?
Hi, I'm Lester Van Grace. I'm a tiny little owlin. Probably about like, I don't know, yay tall, like 3 feet tall. And yeah, I'm here for blood. Back to you.
Thank you.
I'm just-
I love it.
Whose blood precisely?
No.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Not picky.
Dustin. As my dog sings the songs of his people. Can you stop?
Hmm.
We can't hear him at all.
Oh,
Yeah, I
that's
can
good.
hear him.
Brian, what type of blood hunter are you? Did you say that?
Ooh. I am not
Hope you're
quite sure.
shifter.
Let me find it really quick.
Please tell me you're a shifter.
This is the first. I am a shifter. I'm a lycanthrope.
Fuck yeah.
So
Yes!
I shifted to like a war form basically.
Amazing.
Just get more jacked. You Hulk out.
So you're an adorable little owl that essentially shifts into like
A
a
mega owl,
buff,
yes.
adorable
Yeah,
little owl.
a buff owl or a bowel, if you will.
Nope.
A bowel.
I will not.
I will not.
Oh, that's awful.
I am Mr. Phantasm, Danny to my friends.
Sure.
I am what am I? Ghost Slayer? Is that what they're called? I'm an Order of the Ghost Slayer. Once a half elf, I now inhabit the body of a Githyanki.
Wonderful. Court.
I am Valerian. He is quite pale. Clearly, formerly an elf. Has since been reborn as a Dhampir or vampire lineage. His hair is short and it looks effortlessly messy, but he puts a lot of work into getting it to look effortlessly messy. He when he smiles, you can see his fangs. And he is one of those sort of infuriating pains in the ass, but he'll always be there if you need him.
You just know that they take turns like messing up his hair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Like just a little bit.
God, if I was a wizard, I would constantly be casting Mage Hand to mess up your hair in little ways. Just to see how long you would notice.
He probably just... And he's Order of the Profane Soul.
Wonderful. You know.
I am playing Nissa Ironheart. She's a mountain dwarf, formerly of the Earth Ashari from up north, so way, way up north in Taldore. She is short, probably average height for a dwarf, so quite a bit shorter than everyone except for Lester now. Short, voluptuous, dark red hair, carries a staff that is embedded with obsidian chunks that she uses or what used in her days as an apprentice before becoming a blood hunter is now Order of the Ghost Slayer after hearing some shit because sometimes the earth talks to you and sometimes it screams. So she's a little bit disturbed from that. But yes, she is with these chuckle fucks for who knows how long, hunting down the source of these mysterious goings on in the world that at least no one seems to find an explanation for.
Lovely. You all climb into the cart. Rose and Oliver settle in the front seats. Clearly very familiar with driving. The weather is chilly but fair. No sign of rain. Very much one of those days where the sky is clear and sunny, but the sun offers no warmth. And after a brief nod of good morning, Rose clicks the reins on the horses, and you all head out with a bit of a shifting of weight in the carriage.
Val like immediately finds a corner and kind of just like tucks in and goes back to sleep.
Poor baby.
He's not a morning vampire.
Oh, poor buddy.
I am probably like sitting up like on the edge of the wall of the cart.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of sitting in a seat properly like a functioning member of society. But it's the best I can do to get a higher vantage point.
Mm. Yeah, I think I probably initially I'm probably inspecting the cart to mostly to evaluate craftsmanship.
Okay.
Is this thing going to bust on us halfway there?
Roll me an investigation check.
Oh, okay. I can't really do wood, but you know, we do metal up north, so
yeah,
some idea. Not my field, but nope, definitely not my field. Investigation is 13.
Okay. You can definitely tell that this cart is old. Not old to the point of falling apart. If anything, the opposite. You can even with your knowledge of stonework and metalwork, you can tell when something has lovingly been put together. The edges of the boards are soft with wear and weather. Even just sitting on the benches, you can feel where seats have been kind of worn in over time. And I'll say even with that particular roll, looking at your side of the cart, you do notice small, not quite filigree, but small carvings within parts of the rail that comes across your back of your shoulders. Of almost like vines and flowers. Just small little details.
Does it appear does the design work appear like something that they would have done themselves, just, you know, or that their family may have done? Or is it something where it could potentially like be indicative of a specific cultural group? So having like elven designs, having dwarven designs, something like that.
Sure. I'll say with the investigation check I'll just ride that it definitely comes across more elven in nature, but you're not sure if that's just because of the area you're in. But it definitely looks done by hand. And I'll even give it to you with the investigation, since you're like clearly looking for things. On the floor by your feet, you see a set of initials of bear with me. Brain stopped. Blue screened. Hold on.
Reboot.
TM.
Yeah.
And there is no rough edges around those letters. They are very clearly worn and soft.
I think she'll probably engage the pair up front and just comment that it's a lovely craftsmanship. Was it made by your family?
Rose will smile for probably the first time you've seen her smile ever. It's quick and fleeting, but she does smile. And she releases one side of the reins to kind of run her hand along the back rail of where they're sitting. Where you can see more of that design work. And she'll nod and say, if you had talked to my father, our father, he would have told you that our ancestors built it. My mother, on the other hand, argues that fact because each of our ancestors has had to replace bits of this cart. So is it true? So there's always been a true family effort, and the question of if it is truly the carts that we started with, if all of the pieces have been replaced.
Nice.
If all of the pieces have been replaced, but they've all been replaced by a member of your family,
it's still a family
then
cart.
Your ancestors did indeed build this cart. The question only remains, which ones?
And she, you can see her kind of rubbing her thumb along, on the armrest, where it's very worn and soft. And you can see more initials carved. It's not common that carts, like you guys have traveled in carts, travel in wagons. Every so often, there's like some asshole adventurer has carved his frickin' initials in like something. You guys have probably done it. Like
some asshole carving into the side of a cart. Dermot was
here.
What God, people who do that are the worst.
But this seems to go to a kind of a different level.
Are there different initials on different now that
you notice
see it on different sections and such?
Mm-hmm. And Oliver actually kind of points. He'll spend the first maybe once you ask this, Oliver, who really hadn't engaged with you guys, clearly is leaning towards the actual factual things about their family and starts pointing out different sets of initials. Almost like he's trying to re-quiz himself, or that he has been quizzed many times. And points out the different pieces, and you notice that different pieces have different initials, as if whomever those initials belong to had replaced those pieces of the cart.
Sam, I know my character's sleeping. However, I will just so you're aware, I do have a short sword of warning.
Shocking.
Wake him up and alert anybody within 30 feet if danger is nearby. So he relies on that for, keeping an eye out.
Okay, good to know.
I honestly, I feel like at some point Nissa got like an umbrella, but like it's probably black with fringe and somewhat ostentatious, and it's just like kind of wedged it in there just to like
Just
give
over
him a
him.
little, yeah, just like a little shady spot in the corner.
Yep, I love it. All right, Lester, anything you'd like to do before we?
Lester, as the cart's going along, because it sounds like is this forest like kind of uncharted, roughly? To an
You
extent?
guys are on a road,
Mhm.
but you can definitely see where the forest has tried to encroach, and like people have cut it back and have started to almost fail.
Yeah.
So the road that you're on is very clearly used. You almost get the impression that this is like the only road between these two towns.
Mhm.
But I'll say with what you know of the area and things like that, that a lot of the Mire Scar is definitely uncharted, because anybody that goes in either doesn't come out or comes out insane.
Great.
So it's not, definitely uncharted.
Okay, that makes sense. So what I'm going to be doing is I have my cartographer tools out, and I'm going to start making a map
Fantastic.
as we're going along.
Go ahead and roll me a oof.
I have an oof. What a dumb joke.
Roll a, let's say, intelligence plus your proficiency. So, like your cartographer's tool roll, but I'll say intelligence plus your proficiency, because fuck it.
Efficiency. What I'll be honest, I've never done a cartographer roll. What's the proficiency?
So your proficiency bonus. So whatever your proficiency bonus is in general, I think at level 10 it's a plus price.
4.
So go ahead and roll roll an intelligence roll and add your proficiency bonus, so +4.
Okay, so 8.
Yes. 8's your roll.
Oh yeah, yes, that's it.
Oh,
Buddy, what happened?
I think I did that right. Wait, what's?
I mean,
So what's your so I know what you rolled.
I
So
got.
you
I
gotta.
got a. Yeah, so I rolled. Oh shit! Hold on. 1 second here. Let me.
So you got a +4.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, what's your intelligence?
+1.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. Okay, never mind. I see. Excuse me. That is 12.
Okay, that's better.
Excuse
I was like,
me.
8, buddy.
I'm like, what am I doing wrong here? Not that 12 is great, but
I mean, 12 is okay considering you're not traversing necessarily through the forest itself. You're just sitting in a cart.
you're used to seeing it from above is the thing.
Mhm.
You're not used to being at this level.
mhm.
Yeah. Can you see this?
Yep.
Yeah, just like
The
We're
one
gonna see
eyeball.
just this part.
Yeah. Just kind of peeking.
just the blue eye.
Yeah.
Don't you
Oh.
What?
See that face.
Can you go upstairs?
Yeah, let me go get him.
I mean, to be fair,
He's
he
being
might
a
have to go
sass
outside.
master.
He's being sassy, as is his usual. You should go outside. Yeah, now I got perky ears.
Oh my God.
Look at them
Oh,
stand
look
up.
at the ears.
Mm-hmm.
He's so cute.
He's something. And there he goes.
There he goes. There's Dad.
That was awesome.
But yeah, with your cartographer's tools, you are, like mentioned, you are used to seeing things from a literal bird's eye view.
Mhm.
But you're able to kind of start mapping out the general should I say this?
The general trail.
Yeah, the general trail.
General trail.
General trail.
That's General Trail.
Trail.
Not
Thank
your
you.
next character.
It's too much. I spent too much time with you, Sam.
But yes, yeah, you're able, yeah, that trajectory that you guys are going, you're able to kind of start mapping out. You remember, from the town to where you guys are as you continue to traverse.
Okay.
I'll say you're getting there, sure.
Cool. Thank you.
Of course. As you all continue through, we'll say you get about halfway. You haven't passed any other carts. It's not, you're certainly not dawdling by any means. You're moving at a fairly decent clip. Rose is not pushing the horses, despite, like, you catch yourselves every so often kind of, shifting or being kind of shuttled around, as she tries to rein in both her own anxiety and the speed of the horses that are feeding off of that anxiety. She's trying to make sure that she doesn't upend any of you.
Oh,
Yes.
one thing I did want to, so as we get deeper into this borderland area, I want to pay particular attention to the sounds of the forest around us, because most forests have a lot of background noise.
Correct.
And I want to instead of keeping an eye out, because there are others much better suited to that here, I'd like to keep an ear out for changes in either whatever the background TV fuzz is of this area, whether it be something odd and loud, or stuff going quiet that might indicate either there's something out there, or all the somethings that were out there are no longer out there, and that's usually a problem.
Sure. Perfect. Go ahead and, I will say, since you are actively doing this, go ahead and roll with advantage.
Okay.
I will have everyone else do this roll as well. Brian, yours will be a straight roll of perception.
Okay.
Port,
Do you want me to roll? I mean, it's up to you. I will roll, or
roll
it
with
would
disadvantage.
I was gonna say it would honestly be completely fair if he was.
I'm not gonna say, especially because you have the sword.
Yeah.
I'll give you that, but I will say disadvantage.
That's totally
18
fine.
on mine, by the way.
Perfect.
You said perception?
Yes.
18.
Wonderful.
I rolled a
26.
14 and an 18, so.
Wow, he's real perceptive when he sleeps.
Yeah.
He's probably always got one ear open.
He's got those heightened senses, is the thing.
Yeah.
Gina, what'd you get?
So, 26.
Damn. Okay.
Damn, Gina.
I got to roll at advantage, so it's either a 26 or a 10. Yeah.
Oh, and I would like my husband to get back to his chair so that he can roll as well.
Please. His friends call him Danny.
I feel like one day we're going to get the real name, and it's going to be some variant of Daniel, but it's going to be 26 letters long with 3 apostrophes.
Yeah. 100%. Well, he was originally, what, a half-elf? Or an elf?
Yeah.
Gith Yankee, I thought.
Well, he's
No,
Gith
that's
Yankee
actually,
now.
I feel like that's just his Gith name.
Oh, yeah, his Gith name would have, like, a bunch of apostrophes
like
and
it's
shit,
been
too.
shortened because everyone just kept fucking it up so much.
He's like, yeah, that's fine. Just call me Daniel. No, you can't even handle that? Fine, call me Danny.
Like, no, the apostrophe is before the E.
Yeah.
It's before the E.
I before E.
Daniel. Fuck.
You have to do, like, the thing.
It's like I before E, except after.
Exactly. All right, let me see where he is.
He's been eaten by your dog.
He's been eaten. He's been consumed by the backyard.
Oh. He's been eaten by whatever's gonna fucking ambush us in these woods.
Don't do the innocent hands.
That
We
is
know.
We know what lurks behind.
I'm throwing 2 fog giants at you next time.
Yes.
You know what?
Yes.
Tina can only keep 1 stun for so long.
That's okay.
But I mean, I have a lot of spell slots, so and they're real dumb.
I like bumped up its health. I really thought 1 would be enough, and then y'all were like, "Nope."
It's the
action
economy. It's the action economy thing.
I mean, it's also the fact that they have like what is their intelligence? Like it's not up there.
High.
No.
Yeah, like their intelligence sucks.
Yeah.
No, but that's why
Psychic Lance is a
room full
spell
of
when you're in...
Yeah, Psychic Lance is.
I don't know if you know this about
giants.
Yeah,
but that's why a room full of a quarter CR skeletons will kill a player because
shadows just fuck you up no matter what level you are.
Shadows are assholes.
Shadows are the worst.
And I say that as somebody who's significantly employing shadows in my Sunday game.
Yeah, who is using shadows very well. Dustin, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Oh, God. How much advantage do I have?
None.
How much advantage?
You have none advantage.
How many advantages? I am sitting up on the edge.
You are, and you are actively fine. You can have advantage. I gave Tina advantage too.
Yeah, you're looking, I'm listening. Is how we work. I'm like Val, who's sleeping.
Well, it didn't help much. 15.
That's not awful.
Oh, sleeping Val got
I mean, I rolled a 3 and an 8.
Val is kind of sketchy.
But every point helps.
Side note, and I know this is gonna kick my ass later. I think I realized why I've been rolling so well lately. Because I roll shitty in Baldur's Gate.
Oh.
I roll shitty in that game too.
Elsewhere.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
We try not to talk about it, but it's real depressing.
Yeah. The only reason I hit anything is because I'm a barbarian, so I'm reckless all the time.
You have to be.
So I have to be. Yeah, like I have to be because otherwise I wouldn't hit anything.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate plays great on the Steam Deck.
Does it?
Yeah.
I tried streaming it to my Steam Deck and it was like, did not like that. But I'll have to try and downloading it.
I didn't feel like getting on my computer the other day, and I know this is sidetracking, but Tina was like, play Baldur's Gate. I was like, okay. So I was sitting on the couch with the Steam Deck. The controls are so much easier with the deck. And it plays really nicely.
I wonder if
this is...
Go ahead.
Oh. This is because I was sitting there giggling to myself because Shadows plus Spirit Guardians just
so good.
It was just like a shredder and it was amazing and I just started cackling at the table.
You mean spiritual Beyblade? Because you just take Shadowheart and you just roam her around the battlefield.
I stuck her on like a bridge and all the shit just ran into it and just like
so good. It's
so going through. It was wonderful.
We came across a random encounter in Baldur's Gate, and we're in the city, and I won't say what we were fighting. But yeah, Sam's controlling Shadowheart, and you just use all of your movement to just walk nearby all of the enemies to, get some free damage, and then you can do a thing.
Yep. Literally just
and then your spiritual weapon has its own initiative.
Yeah, though it's always like 1.
Yeah, it is. It's always 1. And
I got 2 once.
Yeah. That's okay. It's an action economy, kids. It gets its own little initiative in that game, which means you don't have to burn anything to use it.
Yep.
Once you pop it the first time, unlike in actual D&D.
Yeah, and you can also cast other spells the same fucking turn.
Yeah. That's pretty great.
Yeah, you can maul some shit like that. That's probably why you can't do it on the
actual game. Yeah. All right.
Yay, okay, so we're staring out.
You are staring out. Or listening.
Yeah.
I
We're
was gonna say, Val's
sleeping.
listening.
I'm like
Val's
I'm
listening.
like eyes closed, hippie meditation.
Mm-hmm. We'll start with those who are looking first. We'll say the boys. You both, Lester, whether it's you're still using your kit and trying to kind of figure out where you are and how to put that on paper. I'll say because of that, you and Danny, like the most like normal set of character names ever.
Lester and Danny.
Like
You can even shorten it to
Lester
Lenny and
is
Danny.
like
yeah,
old
Lenny and
man
Danny.
Yeah.
with only
Bart.
hair around the edge.
But buddies at the
Hey.
bar, Lenny and Danny.
Yeah.
I could have been my other Githyanki character that I played in another one shot, Ranger Dave.
Ranger Dave.
I feel like I've met Ranger Dave.
You have met Ranger Dave.
you
Ranger
have met
Dave
Ranger Dave.
worked
I did,
at
yes.
Titan Park.
Yeah,
Right.
Ranger Dave
Yeah.
works at Titan
I was
Park,
like, that's right.
an interdimensional D&D zoo.
Yep.
I love it.
So the boys, I will say you see this first. As you're keeping an eye out or trying to capture the topography of the landscape that you are moving through. We'll say like about halfway through your journey, you clock. You notice, Lester, it's harder to see the details that you've already written out and drawn as it starts to get darker. And you look up and you see that while yes, you've been pretty much, the road that you've been on has very much been under canopy, but not enough to block sunlight. But now you can't even see the light that filters through, or that was filtering through. It is now getting very shadowy and dark. And with that, you can feel
Do
the
I also see
temperature.
this?
Yes, I will get to what you see in a second.
Okay.
You feel the wind that had been coming just from moving on this cart. While brisk, was pleasant. Starts to cut through your feathers, deep into your birdie bones.
Oh.
They're hollow.
There.
In Cito's voice.
That was a very Cito response.
I know, it really
Excuse me.
was.
They're hollow.
You feel the chill become less of a pleasant fall day and more of a deep winter. Suddenly.
My feathers start puffing up.
Yeah. Danny, keeping an eye and looking at the forest, you catch sight of Lester kind of getting real big. He now looks like a volleyball. He's kind of become circular and spherical. Looking out at the forest, you suddenly see where fir trees and evergreens and a myriad of trees that were starting to turn because of the fall weather. In a very pleasant, wonderful landscape. Almost in a blink. Become dead and rotting. And their bark just like peeling from the trunks. Any leaves that are on the trees, shockingly, despite having, like, even though you've been through, like, there's still a canopy.
Mm-hmm.
This canopy is now just dead leaves. Just rotting and decaying. Gone is that hints of fall foliage with the, like, very pleasant reds and the touchings of yellow and orange, and is now just black and almost ichor-like around you.
And it's getting dark.
Very much so.
Okay. I do not have dark vision. So I am going to run my fingers. Like, I'm going to grab my bowstring
Mhm.
and I'm going to run my fingers down it, cutting my hand a little bit. And right of the dawn,
Wonderful. A light.
20-foot radius light.
You all see this light that expands from Danny's bow. Val and Nissa. Right before this happens, you're still listening, keeping an ear out, conversing with the siblings, but also at the same time trying to keep aware of your surroundings and doing the job you were paid for. I will say you both hear it at the same time. As you had been going through this forest, it had been quiet. And at first you thought, like, weirdly quiet, but Val, your sword was not setting anything off. You just assumed that you're going through a creepy fucking forest. Like, this place has a reputation. So you kind of chalked it up to that. That every so often you'd hear a bird or the scratching of something climbing up a tree, breaking of a branch somewhere, but nothing, very rarely, like the true sounds of bird song or living things in this forest. As the light around you dims, and you realize, thinking first that the sun just went behind a cloud, before you can look up to confirm, both of you hear as silence drops and falls around you, except for the sounds of your fellow Bloodhunters and the sound of the horses' hooves and the cart creaking.
Yep.
On all sides of you. In the forest, off the road. You hear tiny bouts of laughter and giggles. Here and there. You see small flashes of almost firefly light. And then gone. Before you can even pinpoint where it's coming from. And among this myriad of different voices giggling and laughing.
Are the old spidey senses tingling at this point?
Very much so. You hear, at almost the peak of this cacophony, a long and low howl that cuts through the forest. And the sound of feet, paws, hitting the compacted dirt of the road joins the hooves of the horses.
Yeah. Probably should be.
I think, like, as soon as I started sensing the Fae, I would probably, leap up.
Your sword definitely picks up on that, which is why they don't get a surprise round. I will give everyone 1 round. Because Valerian has that sword, I will give everyone 1 round for an action to prepare yourselves, as Rose, immediately sensing you all standing up and preparing, slams the reins down on her horses, and you feel the cart start to jolt. Yep. So everyone will get 1 action.
as soon as I leap up, I think he would, while drawing his sword across his arm and like slashing his whip across his thigh, prepare his crimson rights. Oh, cool. Glad I rolled max damage.
I do every time. Every time.
Oh yeah, I didn't roll my damage for.
Yep.
And
Crimson
then
Right.
for my action, I would like to. Can I see where the paws are coming from on the ground, or can we only see the fairies like lighting up in the?
Go ahead and
Goodness.
roll me a perception check.
9.
You can't quite see anything that would belong to the paws quite yet in the darkness, despite having dark vision.
In that case, I think his first instinct, all the little glowy laughter,
Mm-hmm.
he can't exactly get to it from the cart, but he would let loose some eldritch blast at it.
Okay, go ahead and roll me those attacks. And I will say everyone's able to get their Crimson Right off and an action.
Oh, and an action?
Yeah, I'll give that to you.
So,
Because the Crimson Right, I am telling you that you have to use your Crimson Right as your bonus action. Only because I assume that's what you guys are going to do, because that is what Bloodhunters do. But I will give you an additional
I feel like
action.
the minute we get the like hair standing up on end, suddenly it's just like boom, boom, boom,
Yep.
like glows just come up.
Yep.
Sam, he would be attacking, probably sending one beam at each of these.
Okay,
two.
let me switch over our screens as well. And zoom in.
Let's see.
I was not cool enough to have a moving map
Here.
like some people in Foundry can do, so we're just you guys are moving. It's just the way that, you know.
Okay.
What do you mean? That's the way it is. All right, so you're gonna do one at each.
Yes, that's probably not going to hit. That's 12.
Will
First
not.
one is 12.
The first one will
And then-
miss.
And another 12. Okay, you're done.
All
Two
right,
4s in a row.
your Eldritch Blast just shoot off, impacting a trunk, of a tree that just shatters in the carnage.
Other than that, just holding his weapons at the ready.
All right, Brian,
Yes.
anything you would like to do?
All right. Well, I pull my greatsword out. But okay. So just quick question on Crimson Right. So I take 1d6 damage, correct? Right.
Right.
Right now.
Mhm.
Yep, you'll take
Okay, cool,
1d6 right now.
perfect.
And it
Sweet.
cannot be reduced in any way.
Okay, perfect.
Like if you normally have
It's just-
resistance to the
yeah.
damage type, you don't
Yeah.
get it for the Crimson Right damage.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. And then I have to of your chosen type. Okay. So I can see these fairies then.
You can see the fairy. You see the fairies are glints like fireflies.
And then these pepperonis.
The doggos have not quite
Pepperonis.
come into visibility, but if you want to roll me a perception check, if you would like to attack one of them, I will let
Yeah.
you roll that.
14. And I do have, well, I guess the light's on anyway. As I say, I also have dark vision.
You do see this particular. You know what, I'm just gonna do this. We know we're gonna go into initiative. This hound on your side of the cart, you can see come barreling out of the forest. But he is not quite close enough to melee. He stops right here.
Okay, but is he growling or is he a happy puppo?
Oh no, not a happy puppo.
Okay, so I'm going to jump out of the cart at him
Okay.
with my sword that's way too large for me. I guess we'll go.
I feel like we just see a sword go.
Yeah, so
Probably should-
the cart is moving.
Oh, that's okay. I can fly and things. So
Oh
that's
yes, that's true.
fine. So I'm going to take a slash at this.
This doggo. All right, go ahead
Doggo.
and roll me that attack.
Okay.
Or doggo.
You're not gonna say poor doggo when you actually see what these are.
Probably not.
So that's going to be 18 to hit. With
Actually,
Crimson Right, I get 1d6 to add on. Is that to the attack or to the damage?
the damage.
Damage.
Okay, cool. So that's going to be 18 to hit.
Oh yeah, 100% will hit. Bear with me 1 second.
Just test all my
Oh.
dice because they're being dicks tonight.
There we go.
Oh my god. Hold on. That was max damage.
I too rolled max damage on how much I hurt myself.
I
What'd you
deal
roll?
20 slashing damage to that doggo.
Nice.
Jesus.
Fantastic.
I also give out a horrifying owl screech. Can that be an incidental?
Yeah, sure.
Sweet.
Wonderful. You cut through
Um,
this thing, slicing from like the top of its shoulder all the way down through its belly, and it
Oof.
lets out this just roar at you.
Perfect. Is it still alive?
It is still alive.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna take a second swing at it. then.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, come on, load up. You got this. All right, 14 to hit. Yeah, never mind. The other one was for damage. Yeah, so 14 to hit.
14 just hits.
Ooh, sweet. And since I already used the Crimson Right, do I get it on both attacks
Yep.
or just one?
You get it on
Oh,
both
on
attacks.
both?
Get it on
You get it
Oh
on
my
all your
God.
attacks. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Ryan, this is why Faraday I stack my dice.
Oh,
That's why
oh
she
my
does the
God.
damage she does, dude. Add in Hex. Ooh boy.
Wow.
Mhm.
13 slashing damage.
Phenomenal. It is still standing, but you
Wow.
hack off part of its front leg,
Aye.
and it
God, poor
trips
Papa.
and falls, and like as the cart is starting to leave you,
Mhm.
this dog falls back. You haven't quite killed it yet, but you absolutely maimed it and slowed it.
Sweet.
Phenomenal.
That was awesome.
Dustin,
Yes.
you get your action, sir.
I am going to.
This one was the one that is maimed. I will say
Okay.
at this because we're in the same round and it hasn't quite like the cart hasn't moved yet. We'll say that the cart
Mhm.
moves, quote unquote, at the top of every round.
Mhm.
Cart hasn't moved quite yet, so in this moment of this 6 seconds, it is still there, but it is very
Mhm.
quickly falling back as its blood is just soaking the dirt of the road.
Okay. I am going to. I'm gonna make a pair of attacks against it.
Okay.
I mean, it's already fucked up. I'm gonna do these one at a time just in case.
Perfect. Side note, I bought one of the apple pie candles from Malicious Women, and
It's not good.
when I smelled it when it came out of the box, I wasn't very happy with it. Now that I'm burning it, it's fall.
My cousin sent me
Uh,
some for my birthday, and the speakeasy scent. Oh, it smells so
Is
good.
it good?
It's like rich.
I assume a 21 hits.
21 will absolutely hit. 100%.
That is 14 damage.
Okay, so Brian did.
Do damage types. Oh, actually, it is. My bow, I'm going to say, is also dealing radiant damage.
And everybody's got
Exactly.
magical weapons, I assume.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're smart. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Do damage types matter?
Since you're doing magical attacks, damage types do not matter.
That is 19 damage.
You pull back your bow and let
Mhm.
loose the arrow, and it lodges itself in the hound's eye, and the thing lets out a final yelp. And Lester, you almost have to, like, with your wings, kind of push yourself out of the way as it hit the front half of it, finally hits the ground, and it just goes tumbling off into the forest.
Oof.
And you leave it behind
Okay.
very quickly. Both of you go ahead and roll me nature.
Nature.
Hold on, I gotta.
Survival.
You get advantage on something. Hold on, I gotta pull Faraday. Catafa.
It's pretty much any intelligence-based skill.
Oh, you think I know my? You think I know what skills off the top of my head?
If you're asking what do you know about this thing, it's intelligence-based.
Survive. Well, it matters. Survival. Wait. You guys should have Hunter's Bane at this point.
Yeah.
So survival checks for the boys, please.
Natural 20.
Perfect.
27.
Damn.
$17 for me.
Both of you having gotten close, either close enough or having slowed it down enough to get a face full of hound, are able to identify these as Yeth hounds.
Oh, fuck you.
Correct.
And there's a second one on the other side. Of the cart.
Correct.
Ew,
I
I
am
don't
going.
like it.
Yeah, hounds are a little fucked up.
Why does his
I'm
face look like an old man?
Oh no.
My second attack against
Oh,
the
yeah.
other Yeth Hound is a 17.
17 will hit as well. Actually, this one's Tetsy's. I'm just gonna delete him off the thing.
And that is 18 points of damage.
Wonderful. Still up, still moving, but it's now got an arrow sticking out of its shoulder.
Cool.
All right. Tina, last but not least,
Yeah.
your action, my friend.
So I can. How close is this thing to me?
To
Is it
you,
about? Is it actually where it is there, or is it not quite there yet?
it is where it is. So it barrels right before you turn as Danny swings the bow around,
Mm-hmm.
and you spot it coming crashing out of the tree line, and it ends up at the back wheel of the wagon.
So does it take up that whole 10-foot space?
Yep.
So I am in melee with it, even though I'm in the
Yeah,
ground.
I will say you are within melee of it.
Okay, yeah, then I am gonna. Can I actually do? Yeah, I can. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna reach out with my staff and just go to swoop down and club it.
Phenomenal. Go ahead and take that hit.
Oh, please don't roll terrible. First is 24
24 will hit.
for a first attack, which will be da, 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 da. Is 6 plus 4 is 10 damage.
Wonderful.
Radiant for mine. And second attack is 19 on the die.
19 will hit. Yeah, that'll absolutely hit.
And we are rolling that. That's stupid. Is only 9 radiant on second.
So you said
10 plus, I believe it was 10 plus 9.
plus
So
19
total.
plus Dustin's 18?
18. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Cool. Yeah, you crack it and you absolutely hear bones shatter.
Oh,
Yeah, a little bit of a yelp. It is still moving, but it
I
has
know,
definitely
I
been
feel bad.
slowed.
I feel bad, but like she just thumps it on the head.
Yep.
Like full on grandma style.
Wonderful. I will ask everyone to roll me initiative.
Yeah.
These guys have to get added to.
Okay, we're not gonna even try to
Rolled
figure out
two
where that went.
18s.
What'd you say?
I rolled two 18s.
You have advantage on initiative?
Yeah, because my sword.
Oh yeah,
that's
that's
awesome.
right.
I got a
So-
real strong 5er.
Fiver.
22. 22 total, Sam.
Wonderful.
All right.
18 for me.
Okay. Val was a 2. Lister was a 5er.
Mhm.
Any 18. Nissa.
13.
Wonderful. I need to get I need to get D&D Beyond's Encounter Builder and Foundry to talk. I know I can do it, where I only have to do one like initiative input.
Yeah.
I
That's
started
the trick,
using
though. You
D&D
have
Beyond.
to just do it.
Yeah, I started using D&D Beyond just so that I can like put everything somewhere that I can just
Oh.
like easily pick up the
Mhm.
stats and stuff,
Well,
and then just use the encounter in Foundry.
if I
That's what I do.
could do it where you guys could see my encounter,
No.
we'd be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I don't
Oh,
use the
Oliver.
encounter builder. I don't use
I
the
used to-
encounter builder on D&D Beyond for encounters. I
Yeah.
just have the encounter builder set up with all of the different creature types that I might
Yeah.
plan on using in the session
Mhm.
as like a quick reference for stat blocks.
Listen,
that's what I do. I used to use it more when I was using Roll20, like the actual run the encounter, but
Yeah.
in Foundry it's
Oh, radius.
easier.
Listen, I didn't have a whole lot of time to do that. So if you note, you guys can't see the name, but they still say Blink Dogs because apparently I was using Blink Dogs last time I did this.
How dare you?
The Blink Dogs are cute and lovely.
These Blink Dogs weren't. Okay. Start. What's the one? Deathhound. 5, 10, 22. You are deadsies. And then this guy's the 10. Sorry, y'all. You did 37 points. All right. First up, we have Val.
Okay. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna assume jumping off the cart, is that gonna be like difficult terrain type shit? Or...
Difficult terrain. Just give me an athletics check first. Athletics or acrobatics?
Let's go with acrobatics.
Because Brian can fly, I didn't make him do it.
14.
14. Yeah, you're able to jump and like do the roll where you're able to finally get into the run. It's super cool looking. It's better than how I describe it.
Parkour.
I have 35 feet. Okay. But regardless, I'm gonna move about here. Yep. And I'm gonna brandish my whip around and lash out at this little pixie bitch right here.
Wonderful.
So that is.
Oh, really? They only have that many hit points? That's sad.
18 to hit.
Yeah, 18 will hit.
What was that? What just happened?
I forgot I didn't read that stat block. You'll see.
Do damage types matter?
No.
Not with the kind of damage output we're doing, apparently.
These stat blocks changed since the last time I did this one.
Oops.
Really? That's how many hit points? Yeah, I guess okay.
So it's 8 points of slashing damage, and it doesn't matter, plus 1 lightning.
Oh,
I mean,
you
Sam,
crack.
it
You
has
just
as
like
many hit points as you needed to.
I know, exactly. I know.
Pro DM tip for all them viewers.
100%. I just forgot. Okay, the number caught me off guard.
That seems less digits than I thought.
Exactly. I was like, wait a second, what?
10 spot there.
Yeah. I was like, wait. I'm missing a 1, right? And that's like the 10 spot's supposed to have a 1, right? Nope. Nope. You catch sight of one of these creatures, and now up close you notice, and I'm just gonna give it to you. You see it's a little humanoid with wings, but like its face is almost morphed, a little more elven in its like sharpness, and it's got this like really nasty look on its face.
Like,
Yeah, and it's branded. It's like a row of sharp teeth that are like big, and it's brandishing. It's got a short bow, and it's about to pull an arrow on you, and you crack your whip, and the lightning streaks out just barely, beating the tip of the whip as you lash out, and zaps this little sprite. And as the tip of the whip connects with a crack, the whole creature just bursts into this
she
like
got bug zapped.
she got super bug zapped into this like burst of burnt like pixie dust that is black and just literally just explodes.
Yes.
And
And then
you absolutely kill it.
And then I'm going to whirl the whip around and 10 feet away from either of them. I'm going to crack out at the other pixie, just having seen their little bow.
Yeah.
He's not trying to get, like...
That's fair.
Cupid poked.
Totally fair.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh.
I mean, go ahead and roll damage.
See how
So
much is it going to explode?
That's cocked.
Roll damage because I will never deny anyone to roll crit damage.
Uh, 7 points of lightning damage, 17 points of slashing damage.
So there was a 2 in that final number. Instead of it exploding in like a puff of blackened pixie dust, it just vaporizes. It was there, it went, uh-oh, and then was gone. Just gone.
There's actually a negative of
Yeah.
it on a tree.
100%. 100%. Yeah, you ruin this sprite's day.
And then I think that was his movement, his action. And then I'm going to, as a bonus action, if I may, turn around to this thing and mark it with Blood Curse of Bloated Agony. And it has advantage on dex checks. Disadvantage, sorry.
All right, we will use first.
Blood curses.
Okay. Cool.
I don't have to roll damage for myself for that, right? That doesn't.
Only if you enhance it.
Okay, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Just the standard.
All right.
And that was sorry, I picked Dex for the disadvantage.
Got it. It is its turn. It's going to veer off and go for Val. Oh. And it will take a bite.
He doesn't taste that good.
That's rude, first
Don't
of all.
fail me now. First roll is a 19 on the die.
Ooh.
For a 24.
I mean, yeah, that hits.
All right. Oh, I need to do that first. That's good to know. Okay. So you will take 10 points of piercing damage as it lets out this massive growl and latches onto your arm for a moment, catching you. As it almost skids to a stop. It had been going full force towards the cart. It lashes out at you, almost taking you in the momentum with it, but you're able to stand your ground as it skids to a stop next to you, grabbing onto your arm for a moment.
Bad dog.
Yeah. Right. It is the sprite's turn up here. And it is going to take a shot at Rose. And it's gonna miss. This tiny little, like, toothpick of an arrow shoots across the road. Danny, Danny, roll me a perception check.
You said perception?
Yes.
24.
Yeah, you see the tiny, tiny little arrow. Oh, it almost, like, you see more of, like, Rose's hair, like, flip. Just unknowing, like, it's moving. She has her hair, like, pulled back in, like, a half ponytail, like, half up, half down, and, like, what is down is blowing in the wind, but you see an unnatural, like, cut through her hair as this teeny tiny toothpick of an arrow goes careening past her. And you hear a little tiny voice go, "Shit!" off in the distance.
I just look back and, like, retrace the toothpick's path.
You absolutely
to
see
try
it.
Find it.
It is your turn. You see it is this sprite right here.
This little bastard over
A
here.
little bastard right there.
I'm gonna pop off 2 arrows at it.
Okay.
2 real arrows.
Pop that thing like a zit if you hit it.
Does an 18 hit?
18 absolutely hits.
Then they both hit.
I will let you use roll me the damage. Okay, you don't even have to roll. I mean, roll me the damage on the first one just to see what you get.
Okay.
But then I will let you redirect your second one. You do not need to hit it with 2 arrows.
Okay.
I'm not going to be that asshole.
Maybe this fair is thick. Maybe she's more hardy.
Yeah.
16 damage.
You see the arrow vanish into, like, out of the darkness, just on the edge of the radius of your bow light.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear a yelp, a thud, the brrr of an arrow. You swing your bow to catch sight of the tree trunk as you're passing it. There is no sprite, just the arrow. And just, like, this little fucking mist.
There's the arrow stuck in a tree and little tiny confetti.
Yep. Just kind of falling around it. 100%.
Then
Oh,
I am
I will
going
let you.
to.
Yeah,
I'm gonna redirect to this little bastard over here on this
go for it.
here. Do you want me to re-roll
No.
the attack?
Mm-mm. Just roll the
Okay.
you don't even have to roll the damage, but if you want to, you're gonna pick it off.
It was less damage, 14.
I mean, it's still more than plenty.
Oh, okay.
Right? Is that the right one? Nope, that's not the right one. Sam trying to kill off sprites too early. Apparently.
No, I want to do it.
Same thing, except this time you don't see your arrow vanish. But you do see the rest of the body of this Yeth hound looming out of the darkness towards the cart.
Okay. This guy right here.
Yeah, this guy right here.
Okay.
Is that your turn, sir?
Yeah. I am going to I'm gonna just look to Rose and Oliver and say, do not stop this cart.
Okay. Rose, hearing you, does another lash of the reins and increases the speed. You didn't even think these horses could go faster, and you almost get thrown off your feet as the cart just starts careening. It is. Why did I? Oh, that one's dead. I definitely killed the wrong sprite. Oh well, that's okay. It gets another
Well, I
shot
killed-
at life, I guess. Wait, no, you killed
two
this
of
one.
them.
You killed
Yeah.
that one.
They're all dead.
They're all dead. I'm like, wait, where did you come from? Nissa.
One dies and another one is born.
Oh no. Maybe that's how it works.
Maybe that's how it works.
They're born from glitter.
Mm-hmm.
Like eventually, if
Glitter
glitter
just is
sticks
everywhere.
around, and it's like if it sticks around for long enough, eventually that's what it turns into.
Absolutely. 100%.
Nissa is going to, as she sees Rose getting ready to hiya on the horses, she is going to vault over the side off the cart.
Okay.
Because it's probably not gonna work out great now, but it'll work out better now than when they're going twice as fast.
Go ahead and roll me. So are you leaving the cart or you're just standing on the outside of the cart? Like hanging on to the outside.
Well, I guess for now at least the Yeth Hound that is running alongside is still alongside.
Yes, correct.
Okay. So the cart won't actually speed up till next round.
Yeah, correct. At the top of the round.
Okay. Okay, then no, I will not leave the cart then. I just want to make sure that I can deal with the hound.
Yeah, you can definitely absolutely deal with the one next to you.
Yeah, I will shift. Realistically, she's all the way in the back corner.
Okay, let me
for right now. So she's
like
I
there.
can't quite, yeah.
Well,
She's kind of
right
in
there.
that
Yeah.
in that space, in case she does need to jump out, but bonus action shillelagh.
Okay.
So that I can get that going and up. And then I am going to take my 2 attacks on this thing with a much better 2 hit than I had before. Yeah, and I'm just gonna try and get this thing off.
Sounds good. Go ahead and take a hit.
Really high 28
Oh yeah, absolutely.
and 28.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
go and roll the damage on the first attack.
First attack is going to be 7 plus 5 is 12. It is 12, and I believe it is 7 force. Yeah. Sorry, 7 bludgeoning, 5 radiant.
Okay.
If it matters.
It doesn't, but you definitely clock it. It is still limping along. It seems to be like pushing through the pain just barely. So go ahead and roll the damage on that second attack.
It's okay. It's okay, doggy. It's okay. Dear. We're gonna go to sleep now. Second attack has 8 bludgeoning plus the 5, so 13 total.
Phenomenal. You finally put it out of its misery. It lets out a small yelp and
Go to sleep.
crashes to the ground, and just like the whole body just rolls into the forest.
Okay, wonderful. So that is action, bonus action. Not going to move yet. Probably will shout to Val not to fall behind.
Okay. All right. Lester.
Lester.
All right. So.
Be right back.
Hmm.
He's just gonna be right back.
Oh, okay.
You have 2 hounds.
Couple doggos.
Yep, couple doggos. That's currently all you see.
Okay. I am. I'm actually not worried if the cart leaves me kind of behind. 10, 15, 20. If I go right here, can I get flanking?
Yes.
All right, cool. Um,
Fuck yeah.
all right, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna attack. Oh, let me make sure to count that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay. All right, cool. I'm gonna attack this doggo right here.
Perfect.
Okay, for now I have a question. Is my blood right still active?
Yes. That is
All right,
active
cool.
until you take a short rest or a long rest.
Oh, okay, cool, awesome. All right, so that'll be 24 to hit.
Yep, that'll definitely hit.
Plus, oh man, nice. Roll them.
Mhm.
Beautiful bean footage. That's 21 points of slashing damage.
Phenomenal. Damn. Yeah, you just cut through this thing. You like swoop around beside it and just slice through it. It's still alive, but you definitely did a good chunk of damage on it.
Oh, nice, amazing. All right, cool. Then my second attack will be to try to finish it off.
Do it.
Finish him.
22 to hit.
Will hit.
Sweet. For 18 more points of slashing damage.
Fantastic. You cut through its back flank, almost shearing off bits of muscle and almost connecting with bone. It is severely hurt and has definitely would not catch up to the cart even if it hadn't stopped to take a bite out of Val.
Nice.
Right. Anything else for you?
Sweet. No, I think I'm good. I think I'm good.
All right. This hound is going to 25, 30, 40. I'm cutting across, dashing, cutting across the road up between your group to the side of the other side of the cart. And it will let out this baleful, just howl that seems to shake the trees and cut through your clothes into your bones, into your chest. I need everybody to make me a wisdom saving throw, please. Simple as make it.
21.
Nice. I'm sorry, Court, what was it?
8.
Okay.
I'm scared right now, aren't I?
You were scared.
18.
Okay. I'll grab Tina's when she gets back. Everyone feels that panic in their chest. But those that roll, if you beat the DC of 13, you feel like that panic, and then you manage to push through it, knowing that this is just another Fae, just another creature that you get to just destroy. Valerian, unfortunately, not so much. Partially because the one that's in your face was not the one that howled, but he looks just like him, and that face does not look great up close. So you are frightened until the end of this particular hound's next turn.
Do I have to run away from it, or
you will need to use all of your movement to get as far away from the hound as possible, and must finish that movement before taking any action. You also must take the most direct route.
it's like straight?
Yeah, like I would say cutting like around, because you can't cut through the Yethound, so you would go like either this way or around the other way. Everyone else is immune to the bay of these Yethounds for a full 24 hours.
Do you want me to move now?
On your turn.
Okay.
All right. Oliver is going to take out a short sword and take a swing at. He's going to hop into the back of the wagon, and he's going to lean out and try and take a swing at this Yethound. See how he does. He will miss, unfortunately, as he tries to defend his sister. You're dead. You went. Top of the round, the cart moves. We'll say it moves another 30 feet. I set up this map stupid and I don't want to move everything. So we'll say Val and Lester, you drop an additional 30 feet behind the cart. As they and the dog move beyond you.
Arnar.
Tina, can I have a wisdom saving throw, please?
Yes, you can. Wisdom saving throws are 16.
Okay. This hound had come up to the side of the cart and let out a howl that at first scares you, but you are able to shake off that fear.
Oh.
Vel, go ahead
Bad
and
doggy.
since you are within 30 feet of that particular hound, I will need you to move your your whole movement away
30.
from him.
All right, that's my 35 feet.
Perfect.
All right. I am going to point at this hound here.
Okay.
And if I could please have him make a wisdom saving throw.
Sure. I mean, I guess. Yeah. That's an 8.
Okay, so he fails
Yes.
as I cast suggestion on him.
Okay. What do you
and
suggest?
I say, kill your pack member. And suggest that he go after basically this dog.
All right, give me.
And since he failed, on a failed save, it pursues the course of action you described to the best of its ability.
Okay.
Then it says the suggested course of action can continue for the entire duration. If the suggested activity can be completed in shorter time, the spell ends when the subject finishes what it was asked to do.
All right. Asking the creature to stab, throw itself onto a spear, immolate obviously harmful act ends the spell. But you are asking it to harm the other one, so I'll let it slide.
Yeah.
So because it failed, it is going to on its turn, I assume.
Doesn't say. This is just the negative version. It doesn't say. So I will up to you.
It would take that action on its turn.
Yeah.
All right. So on its turn, it will proceed. Anything else you would like? You have a bonus action.
Okay. The other dog died, right?
It's just so it's just the one next to the cart and the one that you were tangling with.
Nope. That is my turn. I can't do much else. Bonus action.
Okay. This hound is going to break away from Lester. Lester, I'll let you take an attack of opportunity if you would like.
Yeah, I'll definitely take an attack of opportunity. Yeah. That will be 21 to hit.
That'll absolutely hit.
Sweet. Plus, give me 1 second. 11 points of slashing damage.
You reach out and lash out at it, and manage to catch it just on the edge of your greatsword, cutting through back tendons, and it lets out a yelp as it slides in the dirt and perishes.
Oh god.
Blood curse of the fallen puppet.
Okay.
Ha
So that raises it?
And it
to do 1 attack.
Yes. Drops to 0 HP. You can use a reaction to have that creature make one weapon attack against a target of your choice within its range. So
Fantastic.
Right up on the other dog's
It
ass,
is.
I will have it attack that dog.
Phenomenal.
Awesome.
And with a
I had a feeling that I was like, oh shit, Brian's gonna kill it. Oh wait, I have a thing.
You do have a thing, and with a 17, it'll hit. And do 11 points of damage.
Good dog.
Good buddy.
Good boy.
Before it falls deadzo.
Okay.
Danny.
My plan sort of worked.
It worked! That was great!
Okay. So we just got this one guy left?
Just got this one guy left.
Alright. Wait, I missed something. Where did Oliver go?
He's right next to you.
Oh, I don't have a name tag for him. Okay.
Okay, how about now?
Yeah.
Yes. Now I have a name tag for him.
He's just this
There's
there's just a random dude.
Yeah, just
in
some
the back
random
of our-
dude.
like somebody just climbed in that we all missed.
Yeah.
Does a 13 hit?
13 misses.
Right. then only one of my attacks will hit.
Okay.
That is 21 points of damage.
Holy shit. Still up, but it's now got a arrow sticking out of its neck.
Sweet.
Jesus.
And I'm going to move over here and just kind of like half standing up, just ready to put 2 more arrows into it if it tries anything shitty.
Okay. Rose is gonna continue driving the cart. Luckily, both siblings succeeded in their saving throws to be frightened. Which leaves Nissa.
Where's the... If I shift to the other side of the cart, can I reach it from there?
Yeah, you're still on its like corner. I'll say you can reach it.
I'll climb over the front if I have to.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure like
If I can like
shimmy,
be, put like on the railing more or less.
Yeah. I'll let you do that
as it's coming up.
Of course.
Yeah. I will reach down for another. I think probably try to take its legs out from under it.
Okay.
We're going at a pretty good clip right now.
Yeah. You guys
It's
are
got an arrow in
hauling.
its neck. 15?
15 will just hit.
Okay. Should I roll both attacks first or do one at a time?
Do the one for now.
Oh, it's probably going to need to have a second one. Wow. Wow, that sucks. 6, 8 damage.
It is still up. However, you were going to try and take its legs out. So it's going to roll a dexterity saving. And when it rolls a 1, you knock both front legs out from underneath it, surely breaking something in both legs. And it lets out a yelp and crumbles to the ground, falling back away from the cart. It's not dead, but it certainly, we'll say it ends up like here as it tumbles back.
Okay. Do I even have other? Don't really care about second attack. Although... Okay, this is maybe a dusting question because I've never had to do this before. Can you switch weapons during attacks if you have 2 attacks on a turn? Do you have to use the same weapon for attack, or can you do free object interaction?
Typically, if I were the DM, I would allow you to drop your current weapon for free.
Yeah.
And then drawing a weapon is something that you can always do as part of your movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say you can do that.
I do that too.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. If you drop your current weapon in the kind of huck it into the wagon and pull a bow or whatever. Yeah. Well, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna have the rate on it, but I'll do it. I don't got anything that I can actually hit with that is ranged. Otherwise,
I mean, isn't your right a bonus action?
My right is a bonus action, but I do it once between short or long rest.
I thought there was a way that you could put a right on 2 different weapons.
That might be a feature that you get at some point. But I do not believe I can. Limited use.
I'll take you.
Bonus action. Right at the dawn.
Crimson, it's your crimson right.
Yeah,
as a bonus action, you can activate any right you know on a weapon you're holding. A weapon can only hold 1 right at a time, but you can put a second right on a different weapon, and the first right doesn't go away.
Yeah, I was gonna say not Cal, Val. Cal.
You do
Val
both.
puts lightning on his whip and fire on his sword.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Sure.
Sure, why
You have a
not
bonus
then?
action.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have a boat.
I mean, you take the hemocraft damage, but yeah, you
I
put
have
it right on your bow.
No, I'll take some damage. Yeah, as seeing this thing tumble backward, I'm gonna bonus action. I'll bonus action Crimson Right. Probably keep Right of the Dawn.
Sure.
Just because it's dark here. And hopefully roll damage, take more damage and I'm gonna pull out a sling.
Okay.
And just yeah, I think I should be able to do it. Yeah, I can just get it.
Perfect.
So I'm gonna pull out a sling and just kind of holding on to. She's basically like on the railing of this thing
with her thighs.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, She's
Got
got
them
some
dwarven
meaty
thighs.
thighs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And roll, Miss Jackson.
Oh,
But
shit.
yeah, that'll hit.
Roll Miss Jackson. Yeah, just single stone, just going back at this thing. And do I even have a D4 out? I've never used this before. So it is 5 plus Hemocraft is 9 additional damage.
You pulling out the ammunition, you aim and you let loose and you nail it right between the eyes. And as it had been trying to like push itself up off the ground to come after you again and clearly failing, it immediately
poor
drops
buddy.
to the ground dead.
Poor buddy. It's okay. It's okay. Mama's gonna come back for you.
And you guys complete defending the wagon. Rose looks over her shoulder, realizing does a quick head count and realizes she's missing 2 of you, and slows enough for you to catch up. She does not stop the cart.
I look over to Val and just,
Let's
hey, are
go.
you okay?
I'm good.
All
I
right,
have
awesome.
35 feet of movement, so I'll do my whole action economy if I need to
I
hop
think
back
it's time for me to fly.
You
And then I fly.
fly. Perfect. I will say you both are able to get into the cart, hop in, and Rose immediately drops the reins again, and you all take off, picking up speed as the darkness that's around you only lightens a small bit. With that, we are going to take a quick 5-minute break, and we will be back just after that. So stay tuned.
Yay.
Hello, Internet.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Hello. After... Oh, my notes. Give me a moment. After defeating the vicious Yethhounds and the not so formidable sprites.
Sam, if we're in a new scene, you have to activate the scene.
I am not activating it yet.
Okay.
I want to do a little bit of work up to it, so don't look on this. I mean, you can look on
I'll stop looking.
on the stream if you want, I guess. Then you can see it. I will switch you guys over in a second. You continue on your fast dash through the Meyerskar forest, or the edge of the Meyerskar, I should say, through the verdant expanse. Towards, as you emerge from the darkened forest, you see as the sun is beginning to set. Don't question the time, okay? It's the way it's gonna be. Although as you all come out of what it feels and looks to be the edge of this part of the forest, it's almost like this particular upcoming bit of land is almost carved out of the forest. Or maybe perhaps the forest continued to grow around it and is encroaching in this bit of civilization. You see, as you cut into this clearing, up ahead on your left, off of the road, maybe about another couple minutes, perhaps, a small patch of land that has a shorter fence, stone fencing around the outside, and kept inside the walls. Small, you can see even at this distance, small stone structures. Simplistic in nature. Oh, excuse me, not very tall, maybe 10, 12 feet tall. Every so often, one or two of those, and a couple of what are small stone figures looking up over the wall, the shore wall. As you approach, you see then beyond this area is up on a vast hill. At least another 10 minutes of a wagon ride. Off in the distance is clearly a set of buildings set upon a hill. Nearly lost in the oncoming gloom, but clearly a town. Rose, instead of heading towards town, veers the wagon off the main road and onto this this trail that cuts through tall grass, clearly set with wagon wheel ruts. Up to what you now see are these big iron gates that intersect the wall at the cardinal directions of this place. You approach what would be the western gate of what is clearly now, as you get closer, a cemetery. You see these small structures are tiny mausoleums. This place is not very large. You could cover it in, it's maybe 250 feet, maybe. The populace is substantial considering the size, although the layout of these small graves, headstones, and other markers are kind of hapdash. There's some that are set in a small semicircle. Some are in rows as if the town attempted to keep order. There's really no rhyme or reason for it. There are clear walking pathways that kind of snake between the stones, just enough to be able to get the cart close inside, but eventually Rose has to stop the cart and the horses, and you all are left as the sun is coming close to setting. You see about halfway into or away from the gate, what looks to be a plot that is cleared next of like weeds and debris next to an already established gravestone. As you all start to dismount and exit the cart, you notice that the cold air that you had been feeling in the forest has not gone away. And you're not entirely sure if the darkness that is approaching is the same, almost ethereal feeling darkness of the forest, or it is actually of the sun starting to set. You get out, and Oliver and Rose start to prep the casket to take out of the wagon and take to what is clearly a marked space.
Who marked the space? I ask. Who were you out here the last couple days preparing this place?
Rose looks over at you, and as she pulls the quilt off of the casket and starts to very cleanly fold it, she says, Spence is trying to make himself comfortable in this nest of like pillows and blankets over here, and I'm just watching him. Sir, would you just she looks up at you, and for a moment you kind of watch this like flash of emotions cross her face, and she says, when she had passed, I had sent word to the to town, and she kind of vaguely points in the direction of the buildings. Our family is still there. Though I had tried to send word with a merchant that had been passing through between towns. I was lucky enough to catch him. And apparently our kin were gracious enough to at least clear the area for us. Although it looks like they weren't disbelieving enough to prepare it entirely.
Lucky a merchant was there.
I wonder how lucky I actually am. Or just foolish enough to trust in strangers. She asks you all to assist with pulling the casket as much as you possibly can. Everyone go ahead and give me athletics checks if you care to assist.
Oh, I have a thing for this.
I'll assist.
Okay.
19 for me.
I rolled
Damn.
a 2, so 1. No, I think Val might just be keeping an eye out.
Sure.
Whip in hand, crackling with lightning, just in case.
I am going to use knowledge from a past life.
Okay.
Nice.
When you make an ability check that uses a skill, you can roll a d6 immediately after seeing the number on the d20 and add that number to the check. I'm not going to wait to see the d20 first.
That's a good call.
Can I just read this check all the way across? Or do I just have to add the 2 dice?
Why?
Because I got 111
Oh, okay.
or 12.
I mean, 12's not awful.
I got 19.
There you go.
Like I said, she thick.
Yeah. You guys do just fine to carry this burden with the siblings. You cross into the graveyard, and I wanna wait. Into the graveyard to what looks to be clearly a cleared spot next to a gravestone that does not look actually, this gravestone that Rose instructs you to set the coffin near, but not next to, looks weathered, but not crumbling like some of the others that are in this area. The weeds are cleared, the grass is cleared. It looks like somebody attempted to break ground, but perhaps ran out of time, not wanting to be out here at night. There is a set of there are a couple shovels having been conveniently left behind. And Oliver and Rose, without asking you all, start to dig.
I will. I guess I'll assist if there's an extra shovel.
Sure.
I guess I'll help dig.
Yeah, I can dig too.
Okay.
Excuse me. I can dig.
I won't make you guys roll. As there's plenty of you to switch out and continue. It does take a little bit of time, but you are able to eventually dig a deep enough hole for Rose to be able to stop you. And as you guys have been digging, she is looking constantly at the sky, constantly at your surroundings. When she's not digging, she's pacing. She pulls the book out of this almost side satchel that's on her hip, and has been the same book that had been on the table, and she is leafing through it, trying to read it in the waning daylight.
Is there a difference between the atmosphere within the cemetery, and the general atmosphere outside in terms of, as we came in, it was obviously very shadowed, very heavy, very kind of bloated and decaying.
Sure.
Within the confines of this space, does that lift, or is that same sort of oppressive, shadowy presence still here?
Go ahead and roll me a perception check. I'll say with advantage, because you've been clearly dealing with outside forces.
Ooh. Natural 20 for 28.
Nice. Awesome. Yes. You had noticed entering the cemetery, and within the walls of the cemetery, there had certainly been, and especially as you get closer to what is clearly, I will even give you with that perception check, you notice that the gravestone that is next to where you are currently burying has the name TM Timothy Morningfall on it. You notice, however, other markers with that same family name. And you continue, but when you had walked in, you had felt a little bit of that like oppressiveness, especially that you had been feeling in the forest, lift. Just a little bit. Not enough to completely banish what shadows you're kind of feeling and that like low-hanging sky that's kind of above you, but a little bit more of like when you walk out of a very humid room, that kind of feeling.
From the outside.
Yeah, from the outside, yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, when you walk inside from an AC into an air-conditioned room from an awful July DC day, that kind of feeling. Except cold.
It's not better.
It's not.
Val is going to continue to keep an eye out because he doesn't want to get dirty and dig.
Okay.
Just saying. He's not that kind of blood hunter, but also he some creepy shit. He's definitely keeping an eye out, and if I'll roll a perception check if you want me to, just to make sure there's nothing creeping up on them, especially as it gets darker.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
There's some creepy shit. Yes.
Creepy shit.
Creepy shit.
19.
Wonderful. You keeping an eye out, you notice that it is getting darker. Although, as everyone is starting to dig and prepare, you think it's mostly the sun setting. But you're not 100% sure. You keep an eye near, around in the area. Luckily, you don't spot any sort of, any approaching threats.
And then I think he would be paying particular attention to God, how do I describe it? Like you're expecting to feel something, so you're paying attention to see if you start feeling the spidey sense tingle for undead.
Okay. Sure.
Given what they're potentially trying to circumvent.
Sure. All right. Is anyone else doing anything in particular while this is happening and while you guys are preparing?
No, I'm just hoping to dig.
Yep, just digging.
Okay.
Yeah, the sooner we get the whole thing done and the ritual done, the sooner we can get out of here.
All right.
Yeah. I think I'll
Get
I'll
paid.
mimic. Yes, get to a bar.
All right.
Yeah, I'll probably mimic Val.
Okay.
So same thing, kind of keeping an eye out while the diggers are digging, making sure that
Sure.
if shenanigans happen, we are not taken unawares.
Sure. All right. Okay, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Nope. 24.
Phenomenal. I will say, as you both are kind of keeping an eye out, keeping watch, Nissa, you especially notice about the same time that the group is finished digging, that oppressive darkness, that cold darkness that you felt in the forest is starting to creep. Almost like, it's weird, it's not fog, but it almost feels like that high rising fog. And Val, you notice just after that, as it starts to get darker, and you know it is too soon for the sunlight to be completely gone. as, let me pull this up and activate.
How long does this ritual take?
Rose, as you all have like started clearing the area and completing, she's continuing to flip through this book, has her finger kind of in the middle of it as a marker. Says, from how I understand it's supposed to work, it should take about 5 minutes.
Okay.
We're lucky that I'm just doing the one grave. If the whole thing had lapsed at any point, that's a full day's casting. There's a reason the family stays in town as long as they have. She says, as she kind of steps for a moment, her free hand, not holding the book, resting gently on the tombstone next to the fresh grave. This one is emblazoned with that name and has a mix of weeds, but also some flowers growing at the base of the stone. And she says, I was so young when we were here last. Oliver wasn't even born yet. It seems like a nightmare, and I am telling you all now. If what I remember happening is true, what chased us is only a taste of what will come to try and stop me from finishing this ritual. You will earn that gold. Trust me.
I move next to Rose and ask if she needs help performing the ritual.
She says, Are you I didn't realize that was something of a services you offered.
If it allows the ritual to be completed sooner, I may be able to help.
Well, we can certainly try.
I would like to take a look at the book.
Okay.
And I would like to roll Arcana.
Sure, go ahead, roll me an Arcana check. I would say Arcana or Religion.
Arcana it is.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. I have knowledge from a past life.
How many times can you do that?
I can do it 4 times per long rest.
Okay.
That's weird.
Like taps on his head a little.
Yeah.
11.
Okay. With your Arcana, you flip through the book. It's not a very large book. It's a it's small-ish. You see, it's not a spell book necessarily. It's like you flip through, like you managed to flip through a couple pages, and it's very clearly got like there's some history in there of the family. There's a family tree. It looks like almost this book is documenting the curse itself. And is like kind of like a how to survive, essentially. Gotcha. You do find the spell that she was reading over. It seems to be with an 11. I will say it seems to be similar to a hollow spell, but I don't want to say quickened, but it almost looks like a slimmer version of the hollow spell.
Mm-hmm.
does the same similar things where it prevents the target or the area from creating undead.
Smaller scale.
Smaller scale, exactly. Smaller scale. It looks like it's a patch over what is clearly part of a much larger
Right.
scaled spell, which is, as you've come to understand, is what is actually placed on this cemetery. And she's just kind of patching over that.
Yeah.
As you are looking over her shoulder and looking at this, the ritual itself is clearly a lot of just saying the thing. Uninterrupted. But if you would like to, I would say, mechanically, if you want to quote unquote help, you can sacrifice some action economy, I would say, to be able to help and possibly extend the or not extend, but shorten the time it takes to do this.
Okay. Yeah, I will definitely do that.
Okay. As you all are getting ready, and as it is getting darker, Val and Nissa hear at first rustling, almost like in the shadows, as if the shadows were the forest, almost extending out of the tree line and towards the walls. And then all of you hear, just as Val, your sword gives off that warning buzz, a little bit of a zap, you hear that yet again, that low and baleful howl of the hounds. As you all have either been affected or saved from it previously during your chase, no one is frightened. At least in terms of, no one is frightened mechanically. Whether or not anybody is scared is entirely up to you. But you hear that baleful howl as suddenly things come leaping out of the surrounding forest and start to scale the walls. I will ask everyone to roll me some initiative.
19.
19 as well.
Wonderful. Who's got the higher dex?
I have a +4 dex.
Yeah, you got it. I got +2.
That is
21 for me.
Sorry, Danny, there was a 21 you said? Dustin?
21. Yeah.
Nissa.
17.
Wonderful. Good rolls, y'all. Very good rolls. Okay. Bear with me but a moment. And we're just gonna... Alright. Also, I hope you appreciate the shadows and fucking walls. When I first did this map, it took me like an hour and a half to outline all these fucking gravestones.
Yeah.
And do lighting.
I think I've used this map and it's a bitch.
And I really like it when it's all lit up and it's all like flickery. The light sources you have as we start combat. The light sources you have, our Rose pulls out as you all start to hear things, Rose pulls out a torch and she sticks it in the ground at her feet. So Rose has a torch that she's reading by. Danny has his bow.
Mhm.
You see, if you see from your vantage point, you see lights coming from these little like Xboxes. Boxes. I heard it when I said it. These little guys right here.
They're burning Xbox Series X's.
Yes.
For light and warmth in this graveyard.
Correct. As well as there are what seem to be light sources coming from this particular mausoleum. You're not sure if it's like ever burning candles or something like that, but there's clearly some sort of altar set up inside giving off light.
Sam, are any of these light sources like actual lighting effects? Because I do not see any.
Yes, they should be. Do you see the light in the mausoleum bouncing?
Nope. I'm gonna try and refresh.
Yeah, try and refresh because I did mess with it on our break.
I can see the lights bouncing like in this area.
Oh, yep, I can see them now.
They're also very condensed in that general area, so if you can't see it, it's probably because they're overlapping. You should see. I will show when we're done. I will show you guys the walls and the lighting bullshit that is happening in this map.
Wait, and so explain one more time what the Xbox Series X's are.
They are lamps.
Unlit.
Lit.
I only see one lit lamp.
Probably because your field of vision is blocked.
Yes. My vision is obscured.
The reason I put all the fucking walls in because I wanted to fuck with you guys in these gravestones.
I see.
Yeah,
yes.
It will mess with me later, but whatever. Alright. Danny, you are up first.
Damn, Daniel.
I will say as you because I do have your vision up, as you take guard, you do see a little I don't have their hold on. A little sorry guys. I say little tiny flash of movements come up and over the wall, heading towards Rose. And you see it right behind her.
Oh, no.
Otherwise, if you would like to focus on see if you can see anything, you can roll me a perception check. But you were up first. Dustin. Did you hear anything I just said in the last 30 seconds?
Nope.
I was talking directly at
Say it one more time. Give me the spark notes.
Oh my god.
Flash of something coming over the wall behind Rose. You can roll perception. Otherwise, it's your turn.
fuck. Thank you.
Did I get it all, Sam?
You did.
Okay.
Like, yeah, he's really. Yes.
She's trying to decide what to do.
Sorry.
I try and call you by your character names to continue to stay involved in the game, but I think I'm just gonna not.
I made the mistake of naming my character a person's name, even though there's no Danny here. Danny? My name's not Danny.
She's like thinking, God, who's that fuckhead Daniel? He's not saying shit.
Like, who's ignoring her?
Pay attention, Daniel.
Yeah. The fuck,
God.
It's okay. I misheard you earlier, Sam, and I was like, why'd you just call him Danielle?
Danielle. Yeah.
It's a pet name.
Yeah.
Perception was a 21.
All right, hold on.
I almost spit out my soda.
I was gonna say, did that just almost come out your nose?
God, no. Almost just spit it all.
Danny. The problem with all of this shit is that when I click on somebody's token, I can't see shit that I need to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kept making that mistake the other day and just had to finally stop clicking on y'all's tokens.
Yeah, well, that's typically why I don't do lighting effects either, because 9 times out of 10, y'all can just see it, and then we just fuck with field of vision, not darkness. But I
Yeah.
wanted to do this for this map because it's cool. All right.
Yeah, it looks cool as fuck.
You see, I'll give you.
Those fairies are bitches.
Fucking fairies. Fuck.
You see a sprite. As you turn to do a quick sweep, you see another sprite and something that looks like
Nope.
a scorpion if a scorpion had fur and legs.
Nope. No.
It's got like
No.
2 claws.
So a tarantula scorpion.
Kinda.
No.
I was
We
just
don't need
talking
to do
about
that.
thing the other day.
We don't. Those are unnecessary.
Why are you combining those?
Tarantula hawk scorpion or something.
Oh yeah, it's like one of those. Yeah. The yeah, it's got like the one of those. But it's
Tarantula hawk wasp or something.
yeah.
Or something like.
Why are we
Oh.
combining wasps in there now? Why do we
These
gotta do that?
these are small, really?
Ew, why did I Google that?
They don't need to be any bigger based on the description.
It
Yeah,
is
no,
small as opposed to the tiny
You just
thing.
combined a tarantula, a raptor, and a wasp. Those don't need to be large.
Is this thing crawling, flying?
Standing on 2 legs.
I don't like it.
Okay.
If you would like.
No, I wouldn't like.
No, I would not.
You already rolled a perception check. I'm just gonna let you take your turn. Take your turn.
I am going to.
If anyone cares to identify one of these things on your turn, you feel free. You roll me a check.
Only once it's dead.
I'm gonna point out the icky creature.
Yeah, these are actually small
And-
sized, but I don't feel like fucking with those tokens. So
No.
Are we getting like Fey Spidey sense, undead Spidey sense? Like, I'm just trying to figure out like what because we can sense all of what they are, right?
Yes.
With our hunter's veins.
You can sense all of them, and they are all coming out Fey.
Okay.
I bet these fuckers took Feyland. This
And
is
we
what
got
happens.
this sprite here.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the tarantula spider monkey
Yeah.
over here.
I mean, that's pretty accurate.
And then
This little.
was the other. This was the other sprite. You said?
It's not it looks like a sprite, but far more. Its skin is like this cobalt blue
Okay.
and looks far more fey, like deep fey.
Okay.
I will let you roll. I know your turn has been going a bit. If you want to roll a survival check, I will let you identify one of these things. But you guys are all getting fey.
Yeah. I am going to draw an arrow.
Okay.
And aim at the closer, more fey thing by Rose.
Okay.
And I am going to say, read faster. And
Okay.
if the thing moves, I am going to put a couple of arrows in it.
Okay.
If it starts moving towards us at all.
Okay. All right. not hidden in. Update combatant. You are here. Okay. This sprite, having been seen, but is still going to approach and is gonna fly up to Lester, and is going to
Look, Lester, a snack.
take its long sword at you, which is really just like one of those swords from a cocktail. Really? I'm gonna guess a 10 is gonna miss.
10's gonna miss.
Yep. It lets out like a little fairy cry and tries to stab you in the eye, but misses.
Sweet.
Val.
So am I only seeing these two here and here, or am I hearing or sensing any coming from this area behind Oliver and myself?
It's funny you say that. As you start to turn, why do I have to do it twice? You catch sight of a hound leaping over the fence, and a quick flash of a sprite. And actually one more sprite approaching.
Okay. I will say eyes up, Oliver. And then I'm gonna move 5, 10, just close enough to
Doggo.
yeah. And we didn't take a short rest, so our crimson rights are still active, is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. So my whip has a 10-foot reach. I am going to slash out with my corpse slayer whip.
Okay.
At the dog.
Got
it. 13 to hit.
13 will just miss.
Okay. And then as I trying to adjust them eyeballs in the dark, I'm gonna whirl it back around and try to lash out again for my second attack.
Okay, go for it.
That one's not gonna hit either. Nice, Jill. So that was my attack. I can see this guy, so bonus action, gonna blood curse of bloated agony and give him disadvantage on dex.
Okay, got it.
And I'm gonna stay where I'm at for now.
All right. Lester, you can see, yeah, pretty much anyone in your... Oh. You catch sight of one more of these crabby guys coming creeping around a rather large tombstone, as well as, yeah, you can see him too. Another doggo coming from the south.
Okay. I am going to. Like, part of me wants to brutally murder this sprite with my bare hands.
Me? With your bare hands or bare
Yeah.
hands?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Grab
Yeah,
in
I'm
your
going
owl
to.
claws.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Cito suddenly reveal, or
Cito.
It is just Cito.
I mean, it
It's
kind of
just
is
Cito the whole
Cito.
time.
He took a few levels in druid and wild shapes into a bear.
I mean,
Listen.
All
No,
right,
he just-
I'll
he
just. All
went-
right, I'll go. I'll do the safe option. I'll just go great sword.
okay. to the sprite.
Yeah, to the sprite.
Picturing like the wing and the foot, just like his
Dude,
entire,
you can
all of the
fly
third
swat that shit.
appendages helping like guide this great sword.
Yeah. 10 to hit?
And we'll miss.
Oof. All right, well, second attack.
All right.
With my bare
that'll
hands.
rebalance it.
With my bare hands.
Do it.
18.
18 will hit.
Give me 1 second. Would I get the crimson right with
Yep.
that too?
You're just grabbing it by your
No.
hands.
Yeah, I'm just going choke slam from hell, pretty much.
Then no, you do not get your crimson right.
Yeah, crimson rights are
4.
only
4
I
damage.
mean, you reach out and you get a handful of pixie dust as it just like
I just-
crumbles.
Oh.
She goes, "Eek!" and then just pops.
We covered in pixie glitter till the end of time now.
Super dead.
I'm like, it's in my feathers.
Yeah, it's in your feathers. You got a little bit of a glow happening.
I just blue steel. I'm just
Yeah.
shimmering.
Oh my god, that would be awesome though. Do a Feywild game, and anytime you killed a pixie, it explodes in
Mhm.
fairy fire dust.
I'm pretty sure that's the spell component for. I did something in Owella that one of the
Oh, yeah,
spell
you totally
components
did.
was pixie
Yeah, it was
wings
pixie.
or something.
It was pixie wings. It was ground up pixie wings.
Yep.
Because they were definitely doing shady ass trading.
Mm-hmm.
Trading. They had trade agreements.
Listen.
All right, Lester. Anything else you would like to do?
That I think will be it for me
Okay.
for now.
Right. It is. Oh, Yethhound. Yethhound.
Wait. Actually, hold on 1 second.
You're good. If you want to do something.
Yes, hound.
Yeah.
No hound.
Hound. No hound.
All right, can I do a blood curse of binding
Sure.
on this guy?
Yeah, absolutely. What does that do?
Well, as bonus, you can attempt to bind a large or smaller creature you can see within 30 feet of you. It must succeed on a strength saving throw of DC 16 or DC 13.
I don't know if you know anything about these creatures, but at a -2, it rolled
Oh.
a 2.
Oh, perfect. The creature's speed is reduced to 0, and it cannot take reactions until the end of your next turn. Amplify. The
Nice.
curse lasts 1 minute and affects creatures of any size. The curse.
So if you want to
Creature.
amplify it, basically what you do is you
Mhm.
take that blood right damage die. So you roll that, you take that damage, and then you get an additional effect to it. But you don't
Oh,
have.
okay.
If you want to just do the first step, you don't take
I'll
any
just do
damage.
the first step for now, then.
Perfect.
I'll do the first step for now.
But if you want it, yeah, for any of your rights, if you want to amplify them, you just take that damage.
Okay.
But no, that is
Alright, cool.
great. Awesome.
Sweet. All right, now
Uh,
it's the end of my turn.
now it's the end of your turn. Doggy is going to because it can't howl because all right, kids, lesson learned, don't use Yeth Hounds in multiple rounds of a fucking session.
Or just have them howl the first round.
Yeah.
Or like, build in a day.
Build in a day. Yeah.
Build in a rest stop.
Build in a rest stop, 100%. Listen, if we had the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Could have camped.
Yeah. It's still gonna take an attack, a bite at Valerian with a 16.
It is not it.
All right. That
My AC is
is
19. Just so
okay.
you know.
Good to know. That is its turn. A bunch of things on this map, and now I can't find them. It's too dark. It says. Why can't I see where you are? Guys, that's a problem.
Uh-oh.
Where are you?
Did we win the dungeons and the dragons?
think we might have.
Oh, it's this guy. Never mind. So Foundry, if something's invisible, you have to mark it invisible or visible on the encounter and on the token for some reason,
Yeah.
separately. I forgot. So this guy that you cursed, so his movement 0?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
He's like, well, shit.
That's Sam saying, well, shit.
Let's just keep doing this, guys. To all of these creatures.
That's okay. You watch. Oh, no, it's in light. It's in light. That's a problem. Yeah, I can't do that.
Uh-oh.
Well. Fuck. Yeah, it can't do it. It literally cannot do anything. It goes to move, and it like it had been coming out of the shadows, and you literally stopped it as it hit the edge of that light, and it just and then looks around, and like you watch it trying to will itself to do something, look down at the ground and its feet, and look back up at you, and it lets out this like teeny like but can't move any further. Fuck. Damn it. Nissa.
What's the button you press to get rid of things that
I
you
got
aren't
it.
supposed to put on the map?
Oh, you had like 3. I got it.
Yeah, clicked it. Was not what I meant.
Nissa, let me see if you can see anybody else. You can. You can see this sprite down here.
This little bitch right here.
This little bitch down here.
Okay.
And I think I have like a lot more of it. Where did I hide these? I'll find you when it's your turn. That's fine. Yeah, everybody you can see is on the board. I hid them so well,
Wonderful.
I hid them. I can't even find them.
Wonderful. So I have a creepy crabby crawly thing.
Yep.
Creepy crabby crawly thing, Howly not dog,
Yep.
and Pixie over in a corner, and some other shit that's going on up there.
Right.
And they're hanging out behind me, and I can't see them because there's a gravestone in the way.
Mhm.
So I am going to turn the staff over, slam it into the ground. I'm casting spike growth.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, you are.
Which is why I needed the thing. Come on, I need 20 feet.
Circle?
Circle, yeah, 20-foot radius. Oh, I almost had it. Come on.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, you got it. Right there.
That's 19.9. So I'm not gonna put it on us because that's silly. Go away.
I got
There we
it.
go.
Where do you just ping where you want it?
Yeah, I can migrate it.
Okay.
I'm going to put it. I'm gonna give us a little bit of room. Yeah. I'm gonna put it like center it like right around there.
Okay, so like, so you'll catch the crabby thing, and oh, perfect. Now it just did it. Awesome.
Crabby thing. Yeah, 20-foot radius. And you just see the ground start to sprout up. All the roots of everything that's in the area just start to come up from the ground, and bushes kind of creep across and wrap around them, all of the lovely thorn bushes. And it is difficult terrain for the duration, so for anybody who might be wanting to run into it, bad idea. When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels.
Fantastic.
The transformation of the ground is camouflaged to look natural.
Oh, all right.
Any creature that can't see the area at the time the spell is cast, it must make a wisdom perception check to recognize the terrain as dangerous before it enters.
Fantastic.
So if there's anything that can't see it from here.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys, it's basically wait for it to come to you.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
I will. That is my action. So bonus action. I will shillelagh on my staff and get it ready in case anything decides to fly up and I have to go play baseball with it.
Got it. Perfect. All right. This sprite over here is going to fly. Let me roll. It's flying.
Yeah, it's flying.
So it does see the terrain. But so it'll just fly up and over.
Yes.
So it's kind of hovering above everything.
Yes.
And it will take a short bow
Let's see.
shot at you, seeing you cast this spell.
Yeah.
Will a 17 hit?
Nope.
Okay. The little tiny toothpick clinks off your armor. Oliver is going to... Oliver's going to hold his action. This quickling is here. He's going to hold his action in case something approaches. This sprite is going to move to wrong button. And yeah, Nissa, she's going to take another shot at you.
Go ahead. What the fuck?
And going to miss. Because apparently, can't hit anything.
They're really little. They're really tiny.
Really tiny. This sprite behind Val is going to take a shot at Val.
That's not nice.
15's going to miss. Y'all.
They're trying. They're trying real hard.
They're trying real hard. All right. This Yethound down here gets caught in the terrain. So go ahead and roll your damage.
How far is it moving?
It is gonna. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you roll the 5 feet real quick, and then I'm gonna have it roll a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. So that is. So that is 5 piercing for the first 5 feet.
Okay. Let me roll that. Basically, what I'm doing is because it was already in there.
It kind of came up on under it.
Yeah. So let me roll a wisdom check.
Yeah, perception.
Perception. Make sure I don't have any bonuses to that. It does. So a 21.
Oh yeah, definitely can recognize it.
Okay, it is going to catching. It's almost like the pain makes it notice what is happening here, and it is going to then leap and soar through the air, flying. And it will move 35, 40, and land right in front of you.
Okay. They fly.
And it will take a bite.
They fly, they jump real far.
And will definitely miss. Almost like as it lands, it overshoots you. It tries to chomp at you and just misses. Because I can't hit anything today. Rose is going to continue with her reading. As Danny, you hear her starting to... Dustin, you hear her starting to chant. And, yeah, just starting the ritual. This guy is going to loop over by Val. and take a claw.
That is not nice.
Gross.
With a 21 to hit.
Ooh.
Yes.
I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
I am actually going to use the Blood Curse of the Eyeless.
Okay.
To subtract 1d6 from his attack roll.
Okay.
That's a 6.
Okay, so
he would miss then. My AC is a 19.
all right, so he misses. So you take no damage.
Actually, wait. I can't because you'd already determined it hit me. So it says I have to use it before the DM determines whether the attack hits or misses.
I'll let it
So
slide.
that's my bad.
I'll let it slide for this
Okay.
time.
Okay, that's fine then. He misses.
Okay.
Creature's immune to the if he's immune to being blind, then
No.
he's immune to the curse. Okay.
Nope.
So sorry about that. Didn't read the whole
Nope,
thing
that's
first.
okay. All right.
So many words.
It's a lot of words. That one is a lot of words. All right. This little creature here is going to approach Rose. So Dustin.
As soon as he starts moving.
Yep.
I've got 2 arrows in him.
Roll with a disadvantage. As it
Okay.
moves so quickly that it almost is blurred.
The first attack is a 25.
That will hit.
The second attack is a 21.
Okay, that will definitely hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
You know what? We're never doing Fey jobs again. All this stuff is fucked up. I'm just saying, like, give me some undead, like normal undead, just undead things.
You're gonna regret saying that. In character, you're gonna regret saying that in a couple, however long.
Normal undead. Normal undead.
Do damage types matter?
Damage types do not matter. This thing has the number of hit points on 2. You can count on 2 hands.
Cool, it dies. I deal 30 damage.
Yeah, you kill it.
Its children died too.
Its children died too. No,
Cool,
why did
are
you
any
do
of them
that?
here?
I have. All right.
Heat do I get?
And I immediately turn around to look at all of these bramble vine bullshit that got put up.
Okay.
Oh god.
Finally, coming out of the darkness is another one of those similar creatures
Yeah.
that you just poofed. And it is actually going to close the distance, cross you, and try and stab you.
Me?
Yes.
Okay, you're welcome to try.
No opportunity attacks?
Why did I put vision? Yeah, if you'd like to take a attack of opportunity. You both, Lester and Nissa can take attacks of opportunity if you would like. Disadvantage.
Okay. Damn. Disadvantage sucks.
I gotta have something, you guys.
Would have been a natural 20.
Oh.
Instead, it's a 21.
Oh, instead it's only a 21. Yeah, you hit.
13.
13 will miss. That's okay. Honestly, it's probably vaporized by the time it gets to you.
Shit. I told you she was like waiting, gonna wind up.
Damn.
1d8,
I'm
4.
gonna hit one of you at some point. I swear to God. I've only done 6 points of fucking damage this whole game.
Oh my god, that's
That's
so
not
funny.
true. You bit Valerian last time
I
for
did.
like
That's
at
true,
least
that's
10
true,
points.
that's true.
And you scared the shit
And
out of him.
we get some right
True.
damage, so
Oh,
6 radiant plus uh 1 plus 4 is 11. 17 damage.
it doesn't even make it to you, Lester. Like, you swung through it and just got a face full of glitter.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
connected, and it was like you would think it would just go flying in the distance, but it just goes,
Yep.
Who
and you have like blast back.
got glitter in my mouth? Oh,
Ooh, you're gonna want to get
Oh.
all that out. It does not,
uh.
or you know what? Or keep it. Keep it. It could be an experience. You'll be changed. Let's put it that way.
Danny, top of the round.
All right. I am going to. Actually, I'm going to spin around. I'm going to target this guy that's by Val and Oliver.
Okay.
Does a 14 hit?
Yep.
Does a 19 hit?
Yes. 19 will hit.
And damage types don't matter for you guys either.
Damage types do not matter.
Okay. That is 24 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, you damage it pretty damn good. It's not dead yet, but it's there. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, Val.
All right. I am going to kind of whirl my short sword around and attack this gross wasp, spider, scorpion bug thing behind me.
Okay.
That's a 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
This one has the red of flame on it. For 8 points of piercing damage and 1 point of fire damage.
You kill it.
Sweet. And then I'm gonna with my other attack, I have a weapon in each hand. He's gonna whirl his whip around and crack it at the dog.
Sound.
That is a 18 to hit as well.
Yeah, 18 will hit.
2 different combinations of 18. So 6 points of what's that, slashing damage and 1 point of lightning damage. God, my blood curses, I literally just keep getting ones on all those d6s.
Yeah.
And then all right, that is my turn. I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
All right, Lester.
All right. So, I So is this? Oh, I forgot what the name of this doggo is. A
Bad dog.
Yathhound. Yeah,
Yes.
a pepperoni. Is this being affected by this circle?
No.
Okay, sounds good.
He jumped
Uh,
over it. Apparently, they jump extremely far.
They fly.
If I go right here,
Yeah,
oh
you'll be
look, I can
flanking.
see people.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna flank that doggo, and I'm going to attack. First attack.
Here, buck it up.
Oh, first. Oh, wait, hold on. With advantage. Come on. Oh God, these dice are shit. All right, so 12
We'll
is the
miss.
first one. All right, second attack. Oh my God. 11 and hold on, let's see. Come on, fucker. 13.
We'll miss.
I'm gonna use a lucky point
Okay.
and re-roll that. Now, is it only re-rolling one, or could I re-roll the whole advantage?
I don't know how that works.
You re-roll one die. So if you already had advantage, you can use a luck point to re-roll one of those dice.
Actually, okay, sounds good. Give me 1 second.
He's got to go get the Tupperware.
Yeah, gotta get the Tupperware.
Gotta get the lucky Tupperware.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Not
He's
wrong.
like, I'm not fucking with these dice anymore.
Oh, Ember. So I just got a new D20 from my girlfriend on my birthday.
Mm.
So I figured it's a little cat die.
Nice.
So I gotta use it. I gotta use it.
Gotta use
Your
it.
Ember die.
Excellent. It was also a 4. So
No.
no.
so would that be you said the advantage, no?
No, you don't roll the whole advantage. You just get a third die, essentially.
Fair enough. So those attacks miss,
Those
and
dickies.
it is what it is.
Okay.
Sorry, buddy.
You tried everything.
You tried.
I tried. I really did.
All right. This doggo is going to take another bite at Val. For a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Mm.
I have no more blood maledict, so
That's
no
a
more
shame you're not
reactions.
frightened still.
I know.
12 points of piercing damage as it bites into you,
Rude.
trying to rip that whip out of your hand.
That's not nice. You're the one who's supposed to bite.
Seriously.
All right. Is this guy
Yep.
Ryan, is this guy still stuck?
I believe he is not. Give me 1 second. Let me double check. Because that is binding. To the end of my next turn. So he just got unbounded.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how would I be able to continue doing that. Obviously, I feel like it's too late for me to do it again. But
No, I mean if you want to take the action economy to do it again, I'll let you do it again.
okay.
He's still
sounds
got
good.
to
Okay,
Sam,
then
He's got to roll, right?
I'll do it again. I'll
Okay.
use the bonus action to do it again. Binding.
The dog that just bit me,
DC
Sam.
13.
The dog that just bit me, can I use Hellish Rebuke when you get a second?
Yeah, absolutely. He'll fail. Damn. So he's still stuck. Yes. Court, what is the
Dex save, and he has disadvantage on Dex saves right now. Blood curse.
15 18.
Okay. Yeah, he takes half damage.
Okay.
And I only have one. Never use D10s. Here they go. So that's 16 halved to 8.
All right.
And that's fire damage if it matters.
It does not. All right. Nissa.
Okay. Doggo in front of me. Bonus action, Blood Curse of the Marked.
Okay.
So I get an extra D6 if I hit it. And I am gonna roll to slap it twice.
Do it.
With advantage. Since Lester is there. First roll is a God. Get back. Actions. 10 plus. Okay. First roll is a 28.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And second roll is a 25.
Yep, that'll also hit. Don't roll your damage.
Okay. All right. So it is marked, which means 2d6s. D8, 3 plus 4 is 7. 5 is 12. And 6 is 18 on the first.
Okay.
Second is 10 plus. Okay, 13 on the second.
All right. It is still up, but looking not great
Okay,
at all.
awesome. And I am going to stay right where I am.
Okay. The sprite that is hovering above your spike growth is going to take another shot at you.
Sweet. All right, mark that.
It's going to miss with a natural 1. Oliver is going to step up next to Val and take a swing at the dog. And will miss. Good job, buddy. I'm just doing.
He's trying.
I'm
It's
trying.
okay.
It's his first outing, okay?
He's a
He's
farm boy.
Yeah.
This sprite is going to take a shot at Danny.
Oh, pew.
With a 19.
19 is my AC.
And ties go to the player. Ah, damn it! Just want to hit one of you
Yeah.
bucks.
A rock just falls. It just falls from the sky.
Falls from the sky. This sprite's going to take another shot at Danny. Fuck it. Gonna miss. Doggo, in front of Nissa and Lester.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, Lester has proven not to be quite the opponent at the moment, so it's gonna try and take a bite on Nissa.
Okay.
Oh. Good thing I'm so terrible.
God. Come on. 14's probably not gonna hit you.
No.
Why? Why?
Oh, Sam.
All right.
Do you want it to hit me? Like,
your pity? I don't want your pity shit AC.
She could like fall.
Oh no, you hit me. Oh, I'm hurt. No. That is okay.
Maybe it just wants to be my friend. Maybe it just wants to come home with me.
It doesn't like really, it feels like there's like, it's holding back.
Yeah.
It's holding back.
Yeah. It just wants a new home, okay?
It does. Okay, kids. It is 10:30.
Oh yeah, it is.
So we're going to do a little cinematic here. Because I do
Yeah.
not want to go another 3 or 4 rounds. We don't have time for it.
Oh.
You... Especially with me... especially with
Not
this.
killing us.
Yeah, not doing any sort of damage whatsoever. You continue to fight off waves and waves of these creatures. You very quickly identify them as Yeth hounds, sprites, quicklings, which are the much more fairies that zip and move. They are so fast. They actually at one point try to rip the book out of Rose's hands and swarm her. You are able to keep them at bay. You guys have been rolling phenomenally. I'm not even gonna make you roll this shit. Because cinematically, there's no way that you would not hit these things. But they just continue wave after wave, crawling and flying over the walls. More hounds appear as you knock down one, another one appears in its place. The final creature that you see, those scorpions on those hairy scorpions on two legs, are mean locks. They bounce. The one you have stuck in the spike growth eventually perishes within it, thanks to the combination of the blood curse and that awful terrain. But more take its place, and you watch as some of them can almost ricochet from shadow to shadow. You guys have created enough light in this area to protect most of your party. Some on the edge some of you on the edges get attacked or lashed out at, but you're able to keep them mostly at bay as they bounce between these bits of darkness that are in the cemetery. At one point, as you think you are combating these things and driving them back, and Rose, her voice starts to crack with the constant use for the past few minutes, and she is starting to, at first she had been saying this spell with this quiet reverence, trying to concentrate, but as the battle is raging around her, she is starting to get louder and louder, joining in the noise of your clashing weapons and the screaming of these fae as they perish. And at one point, her voice is overridden, and you hear this sound, not coming from her necessarily, but coming from the air around you as the air begins to chill. And you hear just this visceral scream in a language that many of you may recognize, but may not speak if you don't speak Sylvan.
Nope.
Elvish,
I do.
not Sylvan.
Lester recognizes it. Val, you recognize parts of it, but not all of it. The rest of you just hear this gravelly, almost like just, it sounds ethereal, but not at the same time, just echoing around. Lester, you know it as the words come to fruition of just, it doesn't even sound like a cognitive sentence.
It's like tongues.
Almost, of just like this rage and frustration that barrels down on you as the temperature in the air just plummets. I'll ask everyone one last roll, a dexterity saving throw. Lester, you can make it with advantage because it comes at the height of this almost like nonsensical ranting.
Natural 20.
Phenomenal.
29 total.
Great.
21.
Wonderful.
18.
15
Oh,
and
nice.
18. Wonderful. You all will take Actually, let me just grab her. Yeah. Da, da, da. Pick up one die, and you'd think I'd be able to find them all instantly.
Hmm.
28 points half to 14 cold damage.
Cold damage?
Cold damage as out of the sky, seemingly almost like just out of nowhere, these shards of ice just rain down on all of you. You cover yourselves and are able to avoid most of the damage as some of these just giant icicles plummet and make holes in the ground around you. They crack brittle gravestones. The lights in the lanterns almost threaten to flicker out despite being what is clearly magical fire. At the end of this just barrage of this almost desperate attack, Rose, her voice now booming over this just chaos, screams the last few words of this holy rite, and the light from the book itself and from anyone's weapons who have radiant on them, the dawn, just almost explode in this bright light that vaporizes any of the oncoming fae. And it casts this warmth in you that you haven't felt in what feels like forever, but was clearly only yesterday. And the light, that oppressive darkness, lessens. And you almost feel this balance back in the world. And you feel that tightness in your chest of not being able to breathe because you had been barraged by so many different oppressing forces, and just this evil that was trying to destroy this family all but vanishes, except for one hound that, as it perishes, opens its maw. But instead of a howl like you had heard before and heard throughout this ritual, you hear a voice, not its own, but very similar, if not exactly that voice you just heard trying to override the ritual. And in common, it says, "One of you will die eventually, and you will run out of siblings to complete the ritual. I can wait." And the dog perishes. Go ahead, Brian.
No, I was just like, oh god, poor Papa.
I know.
Um,
We should hunt down this fucker.
Yeah, for the dogs,
Seriously. An
Yeah.
asshole.
for the Papas.
For the puppas.
Palm falls
We
over
need
the
to save the
graveyard.
pepperonis.
Palm comes over the graveyard. And it, despite the setting sun, it seems utterly far more bright. As Rose closes the book, picks up the quilt that had been at her feet, and looks to the rest of you. It's done. I don't think I need to say that it would not have been done without you all. I know I owe you gold. And you will receive it when we are back. But I know I owe you far more than that.
Does it have to be a family member that completes the ritual?
Family member must be present. We've had clerics help when someone is not well enough. But I couldn't let
There's no way to there's no way to remove this curse.
possibly. But and she looks to her brother, who is very clearly a believer now. He's like wide-eyed,
I get it. Yep.
bleeding from the temple.
Yeah.
And she
Auntie
says,
Myrtle was not lying.
No. Rose says, I paid you what I could to make sure she was resting peacefully. I do not have the ability to go after. And she kind of gestures at the carnage. So we do what we must to survive.
And you've survived another day.
So we have. Until the next. And for now, I think we're safe.
And hey, if we come across a really angry fae at some point, well, let you know.
That would be greatly appreciated.
I'm just saying we tend to piss off a lot of people, so it's not like this would be unheard of.
It's true.
Well, you know where we will be. For now, perhaps we should go into town and get some rest.
Ale.
The bar
Yes.
is calling my name.
I could go for a glass of wine or 4.
I have to spit up an owl pellet.
And with that, we will complete our session.
Oh my god.
Hooray!
Yay! That's fun, Sam.
Oh, that
Sam.
was
Yeah.
awesome. Thanks, Sam.
Thank you all. Let me switch this over. Thank you, my wonderful players, for putting up with me in the disorganized chaos that is
You're
No.
good.
my
It was
DMing.
awesome.
I'm glad you had
No.
fun.
Yeah.
You now have
It's fun.
the potentiality of going to find a hag if you would so choose to do so.
I mean, it'd be fun.
Hell
just
yeah.
saying.
I mean,
Yeah,
while we're
fuck
in
hags.
Find a hag.
while
I
we're
love
in the
this group of
area.
blood
She's
hunter
killing all these
assholes.
pepperonis.
Yeah, I know. She's like maybe these were all good puppers before she got to them. Like, did she ruin a bunch of puppers because that's not cool? We're gonna fuck this bitch up.
That's
Maybe.
not
Yeah,
too
we
cash.
gotta go
That's
save
not
the
too cash
puppers.
money of her. Poor Gucci, really.
Like, were these actually blink dogs beforehand? Because if they were and she changed them, then I'm gonna go kill this bitch. I'm gonna cut a bitch like hard.
Yeah, no, I'm good with it. Let's go.
we're good
let's
with
go
that too.
medieval on her ass.
Yeah,
Plus, the blood hunter group is super fun to play.
Yeah.
yeah. We're gonna
Yeah.
go save the
Oh, yeah.
puppers.
That was sweet.
But yes, with that, we will conclude our evening of Decisions and Dragons. Thank you everyone
Yes.
for watching. And hopefully next week we'll be back in Taldore.
We'll be
I hope so. We
resolving
got some
Hopefully Grace
unfinished
feeling better.
dragon business.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have some unfinished business in Westrun. Some
Yep.
time sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
Some dead
Business.
siblings, some dragons to kill.
Or tentative, if you will.
Yeah.
A revolution / possible riot that
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
and we split the party in like 4 different directions.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing
Yeah.
good. We're doing real
doing
good,
great.
guys. We're
Shit
doing
happens.
good. It's gonna be a good time.
All right. So yeah, have a wonderful night. We will see you next Wednesday for more
Yeah.
Decisions and Dragons. Night, everyone.
Okay, bye.
Bye.